Hey guys, welcome to our first test stream for Warhammer 40K 9th edition. On this, we're not looking to beat each other into submission. We're not looking to build the most tournament-worthy list. We just slap some units together from armies that aren't our mains because Alex hasn't played Warhammer in 10 years. I haven't played Warhammer probably in 20 or 15. I'm a good old second editioner, and then I went into third, and then maybe a little bit of fourth if my memory serves me right. When's the last time you played? Fourth? Fifth?
I don't remember. It was long
Long ass time ago, basically. So we're gonna get basically what I'm saying is we're gonna get a lot of rules wrong. We're gonna go very, very slowly. So this is not going to be a fun first run, basically, for you guys to watch. We need to get our Warhammer 40K legs back under us, and so we could do this like clockwork in the future. So, as you can see here, I've got a fancy-dancy setup. I've been working on it for weeks. I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you very much for supporting the show. Which reminds me, let me make sure that I've got that set up correctly. And give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So part of this is for me to figure out what's the best way to present the game. There's two ways that we can record battle reports. One way is we can do it live like we're doing here. Another way we can do it is highly edited offline, and so we're going to try a hybrid of both. This we just wanted to share with you live, but that just reminds me we're also going to record here so that I have a version that we can edit together. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on all these cameras. We're going to go... How the hell am I going to hit that one? Okay, I got to go get the ladder. I'll be right back. Okay, so already we have a technical difficulty. One of the memory cards says I can't record on it. So let me grab another memory card. This is why we do these.
Can I record on that memory card?
Fucking asshole. I don't know if that's not a too bad memory card. We did. Too bad memory cards. I'll have to reformat those and see what the hell's going on with those. But this is why we do this. And honestly, I'm not rushing. I'm going to stop here because I don't know how full this memory card is. I need to go and check that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go into a full view of the other camera.
Can I say supported signal?
I did step on a wire and I saw that for half a second.
Don't step on the wires. It clogs the fluid, the juice.
The juice. Alright, so
Any ideas why you never get YouTube notifications
there
for us
is
anymore?
a Manscaped parody from Joe. One of our game design. Yeah, well, I'm just going to go ahead and delete
them,
these.
yeah.
Delete them all.
Yeah, lots of people got all of the consoles. We just didn't.
It's all right.
Reaper, we did get your donation. Victory! Oh, that one. Yeah, actually, he has to change it because he's in the wrong setting. We'll get it. We'll replay it for you.
While we're doing a battle report, we're not going to have those running. Okay, I think all 4 cameras are going now. Holy
See, it's
shit
there.
bulge. That just takes a little while. Hey! $50 make a holla. That'll give me enough money to buy those memory cards that I need, those SD
kebabs.
cards. Get some fresh ones. Thank you very much for that. So let me restart this bad boy. We'll restart from here. And we're all recording. We're recording on all 4 cameras. Okay, let's do this. We're restarting now. Here we go. And chat, you got to let me know whether the sound was good on this intro, okay? Because I can't hear the sound for some reason. I haven't duplicated it into my headset. You know what? That's why we do these test streams. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. So, there's a start. So that's an opening intro there. But I want to be able to hear that. What's that say? Yeah, that show nothing. Show nothing when playback ends. What if I get rid of that? I need to be able to hear this. How am I not hearing it? Countdown. So if I go into properties for countdown and countdown monitor off, countdown monitor and output. But does that make it play twice? We're gonna test it. Okay, we can hear it. Can you hear it? And is it playing twice? You can hear it. It's a bit loud. We're gonna turn it down then. Plays once. No echo. Thank y'all, thank y'all. We're gonna try one more time. Here we go. How about that volume level? Too low. I went too low. God damn it. Oh, brother. This is what the test stream's all about. Here we go. Still low. Y'all told me it was... We got it, boys. We got it. We got it. Now, we will. What is this one? Scene 2, opening intro. No, we're good. Now we need that one. I don't hear that one. What is that one? Where did that one come from? Did you hear that one? I didn't hear that one. Table time intro. Okay, I'm going to test that one more time, guys. You let me know if you can hear it. Is that a good audio level? Perfect. All right. We are good to go. Now we can hear it in our headset, so we can monitor it, which is what I was hoping for. All right. Make believe like you just showed up. Ready? Go. Welcome to our very first test stream for Warhammer 40K 9th edition. As you can see, we have a very fancy setup that I have been working on for the past several weeks with multiple cameras, multiple views for you guys, and hopefully you will enjoy it very, very much. This is our first test game. I have not played Warhammer 40K since 2nd edition, 3rd edition, maybe a tiny 4th, like some 10, 15 years. Alex hasn't played in 10 years. Joe hasn't played at all. So this is going to be Joe's first time once we jump in here. We've printed out plenty of cheat sheets, as you can see here. Helpful cheat sheets from the community. We've also got the data cards that kind of help us with the rules for our units, but very much expect for us to get a lot of rules wrong, okay? If you'd like in the comments to put down below what we got wrong, we'll take a look at it, and that way we can improve the quality of these games in the future for you guys. So this is a test, okay? These aren't our main armies. We kind of just threw together an army list. We made it 1,000 points. We're doing an incursion, which is that kind of combat, you know, it's the level that you fight on the battlefield for 1,000 points. That means that our battlefield is relatively small here. You can see an overhead view. We've got 30 inches this way, and we've got 44 inches this way. And this is going to be the Imperial Guard. I don't have any flavor text written for these Imperial Guard. We will call them Joe's Roughnecks. Well, no, we'll call... Yeah, the Joe's Roughnecks. Oh, my God. We got some... And then we have Alex's Tyranids, or Tyranids. Tyranids. Trynids. That's what I used to call them when I was like 15 years old. Trynids. All right. So if you notice here, Alex, go ahead and tell us what's in your list here.
I don't know.
So he's got 3 Carnifexes right here. He's got a Hive Tyrant.
Yeah, I got some Gene Stealers.
And he's got some Gene Stealers, and that is represented
like
by these what? What are those called?
Infestation tokens, I believe.
Infestation tokens. Okay.
Yeah. infestation nodes.
So you don't really know exactly where these gene stealers are. So that's kind of interesting. Gives you a little bit of that Aliens James Cameron flavor with these blips on the radar. Are they really on my left flank or are they on my right flank? We don't know. We'll have to figure it out. The mission we've chosen today is just the standard open war mission. And victory points will go as follows. 1 victory point for destroying the warlord. My warlord is this tank commander over here. Alex's warlord is obviously his hive tyrant. And you also get some victory points for holding the objectives. Now, the objectives that you can hold are over here. I've got 1 objective right there. Now, as far as I understood the rules, we can, so as long as you're within 6 inches away from any board edge, you can place a objective point there. And yeah, so it's like create the battlefield, making sure that I've done that right. And we alternate placing objectives. So I placed 1 objective there, 1 objective there. Alex did an alternating thing as well. He placed 1 there, and I don't know where his other objective is. You son of a bitch. All right, so it's hiding back there. Okay, OJ is going to watch and learn on this first one. And maybe he will give his blessing to 1 force. Joe, who would you like to give your blessing to? OJ's Roughnecks or Alex's Tyranids?
See at halftime.
Okay, he's going to see it at halftime. All right, well, let's get this underway. So I'm going to refer to my cheat sheet here. The coveted blessing of other Joe. So I'm going to go ahead and get a overhead view here, or a side angle view. So I'll be messing with the cameras a lot. One thing that I think we'll do before every battle report is have a pre-filmed section talking about our army. That way, you know, we can have them on some nice rotating displays. What is our HQ? What is our troops? What is our, you know, heavies? Instead of what I kind of just did there. So I'll just go over my forces with you, since you saw what Alex's forces. I have 1 Hellhound with a heavy flamer. I have 1 Lord Commissar right here. This is Angry Joe himself on the battlefield, or my
Go for that one first.
Right. He's completely vulnerable. I should have put myself in my tank commander tank, but we'll just do that one. And 3 squads of guardsmen. And let's go ahead and do that. So that's basically what that is. So looking at my cheat sheet here. So pre-battle stuff, the battle round starts. So we roll off. And we have some amazing, we have some cool branded dice, as you can see here. This has our Angry Army logo on that. I'm working on custom dice of all varieties, so more on that soon. These aren't available yet, but I hope to have them available. I also have 2 different varieties here as well, with our AJ shield. Very cool. All right, Alex, here you go. This is roll off for initiative. The all-important who goes first. I rolled a 6. Alex has got a 3. So I will choose to go first. Now, I think there's something in Warhammer called Seize the Initiative, right? Where you can spend maybe a command point or something to attempt to seize the initiative on a 5 or a 6. But first, let me ask, Alex, do you really want to go first?
No,
or you're okay with me going first?
Go ahead.
Okay, so he's allowing me to go first. So I'll go ahead and go first. They may have removed that for 9th edition. I don't know. You know, I'm learning. but I've seen many battle reports where they do that. Okay, so according to my cheat sheet here, we're going to go to battle round start, right? Right away in the command phase, apparently I earned 1 CP. That is a resolve action rule. So because we were starting with a incursion, I think the amount of points that we have, the amount of command points that we have,
I am also learning. Me too.
Okay, Joe. If you're learning too, then let me kind of repeat some things. So CPs,
Credit points.
command points.
Fuck. It's close.
Plus 2 command points if your warlord is a part. So we both took patrols, patrol detachments, and then our warlord is in our patrol, so that'll refund the CPs. And so in an incursion, we have 6 CPs. So a good way to keep track of CPs. I did not anticipate that. Let me find a way. Oh, we'll just use a dice. Yeah, just use a dice. Give me 2 red dice here. So there's your CPs, Alex. You got 6.
We will learn together, Samurai Queen.
Here are my CPs. I have 6. Okay. So command pace. So we start with movement. It says not within 1 inch, reinforcements after normal movement, and then a psychic phase, and then a shooting phase, and then a charge phase, then fight, morale. Okay, so movement starts. So, well, you actually start with the command phase. Both players muster strategic resources and use tactical abilities.
Time for them strategies.
Well, I'm going to look at my stratagems to see, use this stratagem at the start of your turn. Select a vehicle from your army. It cannot move, charge, or pile in this turn, but it immediately heals 1 wound. Well, I don't need that at the start of the charge phase. So a lot of these stratagems will tell you exactly when to use them, and it seems that right now it's not. Yeah, I'm going to issue some orders because the there is the Imperial Guard. Correction, the Imperial Guard, and I will never call them anything else than Imperial Guard. I want to issue an order. So this tank commander is issuing an order. He took the Master of Command Warlord trait, which allows him to have 2 orders. So he's going to issue a tank order. Pound them to dust. And it would be cool if I had little counters that I can place next to the tank. So pound them to dust basically lets me re-roll when I'm doing my damage rolls for that. So this has a Vanquisher cannon. So we're going to take our Vanquisher cannon. Oh wait, I'm in the movement phase. God damn it. I'm already jumping ahead. Okay, here's what we'll do. I will move this unit.
What is that?
Don't worry about it, Joe. There's some biovore in the background
like
that just fired. See, this is just
robots.
a small battle that's going on amongst the massive battle.
Like, what is that noise?
So I'm going to...
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's the end of worlds.
See, Joe, that's how you make the game fun. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I think they're fighting Necrons, honestly.
You see, that's cool right there for the Necrons, like charging up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move them up to this little cover.
If my fart sounded like that, I would fart all the time. Just saying. It sounded cool, like it charging up.
Hell yeah.
So what is that? A laser? I farted.
Well, that is the coolest fart sound I've ever heard.
You're welcome. Let me do it again.
So it would be cool if I got some movement trays for the Imperial Guard, since they really just kind of move together and they try to stay in squad coherence.
Let's go to Hobby Lobby.
No, I actually ordered a few of them from the internet, so they're on their way, but I don't have them yet. But it would make movement, and it'll speed up the movement quite a bit. Okay, so I've moved up 3 of my squads here. Now, as far as I can tell, I can pre-measure. I mean, this is a friendly game anyway. I think maybe in previous editions of 40K you couldn't really pre-measure. But I don't think Alex gives a shit.
Do you give a shit?
I don't know what he's doing.
Moving.
I'm going to see if I can get into, you know,
Positions.
range of firing and flaming. The first question is going to arise right now is, if I take my tank and I drive my tank up, am I going to block line of sight of my own units? Or can my own units fire through my own units? Well, I would have to look that up in, you know, shooting phase. Units don't block other units, but tanks, I think, will block.
Vehicles block line of sight.
Fuck. So that means I can't really move up my Hellhound up the middle of the map, but let's just say I don't want to move up the middle of the map, and we'll take one of the flanks. We need to see how fast a Hellhound moves. So checking the data sheet. It would be helpful if I had data sheets for each and every individual unit. I don't. So I have to go into my codex and be reminded of how fast my Hellhounds are. And then when I struggle here to find the Hellhound because my eyes are bad, then you will sit there and wait.
Where's the Hellhound? That one?
There it is, 12 inches movement. But I have to remember that the Inferno Cannon is a heavy weapon. And a heavy weapon has some kind of negative to when you move.
You're not using these, are you?
They're no longer part of the game.
Oh. These just random.
It would be nice if they
missions
put
you
all
do?
the keywords in one section. When I go into the rules terms glossary and I look for heavy weapon, you don't find anything. The heavy weapon is not listed there. So instead, I have the, oh, it's listed in range weapon types. When an infantry model shoots a heavy weapon, subtract 1 from the hit rolls. But that's not the case for a vehicle this time around. So I get basically no penalty. So what I'm going to do, vehicles don't suffer the -1 anymore. So it's kind of confusing if you played. So I'm going to drive, I'm going to turn this bad boy, and then I'm going to go. Beep. Right? So that this fool has line of sight over here to this guy. And we want to drive it to where he can hit him on a 16-inch. And since his movement is 12, he can go right there, probably right about here. And let's see if that's enough. 16. No, it's not going to be enough.
What do you have to measure from the center?
He can do the middle one.
Do you measure from the center or what?
No, it's for vehicles, it's going to be the edge of the hull.
Okay.
So he can hit the middle one. And these guardsmen are all, I don't know the range on guardsmen. With their las cannons, it's only, well, it's actually pretty far. I didn't expect that. It's 24 inches. So all the Carnifexes are within range. However, I did move these guys, which will affect, I think, the rapid fire. Rapid fire. When a model shoots a rapid fire weapon, double the number of attacks if the target is within half of the model's range. It is not. So, so I've done all my movement that I've wanted to do.
So you use those command points, right?
Yeah.
How many do you get?
I have 6 right now
6.
at the start.
And how much did that cost to move that one?
Well, command points are just extra things.
Okay.
So, Joe, in your movement phase, if I could teach you the rules when you play, it'll make this battle go a lot faster. So
Right,
just kind of
6 hours.
Yeah, we don't want the stream to go 6 hours. We just
Chet does.
No. Well, we'll stream other things too. Don't worry about it. Okay.
I'm used to hero clicks. All right, guys.
I know.
That was simple.
Yeah, we've played that before. Okay, so movement phase is now complete. Now I would go into my psychic phase, but I don't have any psychers. So then we go into shooting. So when you're in your shooting phase, you choose a unit. You choose all the targets for that unit. Then you choose your weapon, and then you start your rolling. So let's just start rolling, shall we? So let's start with, let's see if the guard can soften up any of the Carnifexes. So I measured before, 24 inches. They were all going to try to shoot that middle Carnifex. Let me grab my dice. So these guys are using las guns. And las guns is just one attack for each. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Joe, can you put the dice in bundles of 10 to make it easy when we grab stuff? So the las gun is a very pathetic, weak gun. And shooting a Carnifex, I don't believe is going to do a lot of damage because it's only a strength 3, armor piercing 0, and it only does 1 damage apiece. Now, the way you calculate this is first you take the weapon skill, or no, rather the ballistic skill of the infantry, and that's a 4+, right? So they hit on 4 pluses. So we're going to take this squad to that. They have 10, they only have 9 las. Or actually, do they have 8? Because the sergeant has a las pistol. Right, so it's only going to be 8 shots because the sergeant has a las pistol and one of them has a special weapon. So it's
You're
only
going
going
to
to
hit
be...
your head one of these days. I saw you.
Oh,
like,
I know. I'm going to
I
hit
saw
my
you
head on this
dodging.
camera. You saw that? Okay, so weak sauce las guns into that Carnifex. This unit, firing. Hey, that's a damn good roll. 4 pluses, so I only missed with 1 shot. And now what we would do is we would compare the strength of the weapon, which is 3, to the toughness of the Carnifex, which is
7.
Way more than 3, so it's more than double, which means it's 6s to hit, 6s to wound. How many wounds does a Carnifex have?
8.
There was no point in firing these guys. I would need to roll 6s, and I didn't roll a single 6, though I did roll 3 1s. And if I remember right, my Cadians have something for when they roll 1s? No. Reroll in shooting if you didn't move. Take aim as a reroll.
Only to hit. You reroll
it's
once
only
on
to hit. Now, I might... Okay, no. So I would have, guys, since we're playing friendly, we're going to do this retroactively. So remember, in the command phase is what I'm supposed to start to issue these orders because Astra Militarum have these orders to make them
The what?
Not shit. Yes.
The guard.
The guard?
Imperial guard.
I did it. I hate you. Hate you, GW. Their Imperial Guard. So the bring it down order is what I would have gave these guardsmen, and that says re-roll wound rolls of 1 for all the models in the unit until the end of the phase. It's not like it's going to help me because, you know, I got to roll 6s, but might as well. No 6s. So, no damage to that Carnifex. And then the Flamer, the heavy Flamer range is what? I don't think he'll have range. Yeah, he's not going to... Well, let's double check. It's not a heavy Flamer. It's just a simple Flamer. So, yeah, that's 8-inch range. No way he has range there. So, knowing that, it's like... Do I even bother shooting these Carnifexes with my guard? I don't know. Okay, let's do something that can do some damage to that.
Yeah, bring out the big guns.
My big gun right here. Vanquisher. Vanquisher cannon can see him and hit him.
Can you? Oh, there it is.
That ain't no Vanquisher. That's a Punisher. So the Vanquisher battle cannon is a heavy 1. And it is a strength of 8, armor piercing 3, d6. Roll 2 dice when inflicting damage and choose the
Is there friendly fire?
lowest result.
There is? Okay.
Only in your army.
I'm just curious because, like, if he had his soldiers over there and he just shot.
Yeah.
And
it's
miss
like-
critical failure and blows up all of his own
Yeah.
dudes.
So if I read this right, I can shoot twice with my turret. And that was a rule. That's really important to look up. It was called grinding advance. The Lemon Rust's tank sturdy frame allows it to keep up a fearsome rate of fire as it advances on the foe. If this model moves under half its speed in the movement phase, it moves a distance in inches less than half of its current move. It can shoot its turn weapon twice in the following shooting phase. Furthermore, hit rolls for this model do not suffer a penalty for moving. Okay, we didn't move. So, here we go. Vanquisher cannon against the middle Carnifex.
What's its range? Infinite range?
Yeah. Pretty much. Vanquisher cannon's range is 72 inches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, infinite range is fine.
And then, so we'll, to hit roll
72 probably. Bundy man.
is a 3+.
You good, man. You good.
Hey, Joe, when we're doing battle reports, if I can keep it to where
Well,
you're
you
not
gotta-
interacting with chat while at the same time we're playing.
Got it.
Okay. So 3+, but I got to remember that there might be some orders that allows me to re-roll this because obviously this is really essential. Yeah. So here's an order called Take Aim. And it allows me to re-roll hit rolls of 1 for the models until then. That's a no, that's an order. Orders are not for tanks. So let's look at a tank order. Okay, there's the tank order. It says gunners kill on sight, re-roll hit rolls of 1 for the ordered model until the end of the phase. So we'll do that on that guy. So remember, he has 2 orders. He did 1 for the guardsmen, which didn't help, and he did 1 for himself, a tank order, to re-roll 1s. Here we go. 4, so we hit. And now you do the Vanquisher cannon, which is roll 2d6. And when you roll 2d6, you pick the lowest result. Roll 2 dice when inflicting damage with this weapon and discard the lowest result. So I would normally discard the 2, but I do have something that allows me to re-roll that. It's a stratagem, I believe. Use this stratagem. Select a vehicle from your army. It cannot move or charge, but it immediately heals. Defensive gunners, no. Crush them, no. Counteroffensive. Command reroll. I could use a command reroll to reroll that wound. Or for the duration, oh, I should have used this order, which I didn't use this order. This tank order would have been more helpful. For the duration of the phase, you can re-roll the dice when determining the number of attacks. So that's when you want to save that order. Instead, I have to spend 1 command point. I'm going to go from 6 to 5 to re-roll. So I discard the lowest result, and then I re-roll this. I have a chance to fuck it up and go lower than 3, I think. Spend 1 command point for no reason. I got to learn the hard way. So it's 3 damage to the Carnifex. So Carnifex. Or wait, so it's armor piercing of 3. What is the Carnifex's armor?
4.
So it goes to 5, 6, and then no armor. Does your Carnifex have invulnerable saves?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I'm going to mark that model with a dice. He now has 6 wounds. I think that's how we correctly do that. All right, and because he didn't move, he's firing twice.
So he has 6 wounds. Why does he have 6 wounds?
Well, didn't he have 8 wounds?
He starts with 8, yes.
Oh, and then subtract 3 from 8, so he's got 5 wounds. Sorry. If you
So my armor doesn't do anything?
No, because it's armor piercing 3. And so you'll take your 4+ save, it'll go to a 5+, then it'll go to a 6+, and then that third armor piercing will take it out of there to where you cannot even roll your armor. It is the power of the Vanquisher cannon that slammed into the Carnifex. Now, if you have an invulnerable save, you can roll that.
Okay.
But let's put this to a 5. Okay, so now we're going to fire again, ballistic skill of 3+. Let's put... Oh, we've already used all of our orders, so hopefully I can hit this. I do not, but I rolled a 1. 1s are the good thing that we want. Reroll 1s in shooting if you didn't move. That is the Cadian trait.
For all even tanks?
Yeah, because there's a part of a cat. Well, let me double check. No, you might be right. You might be right. It says a regiment here in brackets. So I'm assuming that when you look at that regiment thing here, that's going to correspond to the reroll regimental doctrines. And then you have reroll hits of 1 in the shooting phase for units with the doctrine if they did not move. If it's an infantry, then you get to do all this other stuff. Cadian. Yeah, so I get to re-roll that one.
Okay.
Damn, this seems complicated. It is initially. It's a lot to take in, but over time, you feel rewarded for figuring it out, and it becomes like second nature. So I got a 3, which is just barely what I needed. And now we're rolling 2 for damage. Or no, that was to hit and then to wound. You know, one thing that we forgot to do, I think, we went immediately from a hit roll to a damage. We didn't even do the wound roll that first one. You remember?
You did to hit, yes, and then you rolled a 3.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to, or no, I was supposed to roll to wound your toughness, because what's the toughness of that Carnifex?
7.
Yeah, see, and I didn't roll to wound, because the toughness of my Vanquisher or the strength of my Vanquisher cannon is an 8. So I gotta. So this is why we do these test streams and why we learn the rules. So we're gonna completely redo this turn with this guy. First is our weapon skill. Well, Joe, let's make sure that we pick the right tank order. We're going to do pound them to dust. And we're going to roll 1 dice for a ballistic skill of 3+. 3+. Now we move on to the wound roll. So the wound roll, my strength is a 10, or my strength is an 8 versus your toughness of 7, which means that I hit you on a 3+. So I could have failed to wound, and I didn't take that into account. See? God damn it, I failed to wound. So that first shot is a fail to wound. But we're gonna roll that command point. Since we went backwards, that command point that was 6 to 5, we're gonna use that now since we're redoing the whole thing. Nope. All right. So we miss on that one. Oh, that was a 1. But you can't re-roll a re-roll. Right. Yeah. Okay. So the Vanquisher failed to hit the Carnifex this time around, but that was his first shot. Let's go ahead and fire the second shot, which is a 3, and then he wounds on a 3. That's a 6. And so then we go to the 2 dice for damage and take the remove the lowest result. So it's a 3. So 3 damage.
Okay.
So it's down to 5 like it was before. So we have fully completed one thing. Now we're going to use the Hellhound and put it into that Carnifex as well. The Hellhound is a ballistic skill of 3, I think. Hellhound, ballistic skill of 4. Hellhound firing at the middle Carnifex. 4, miss. Miss. Do I use a command reroll? Fuck it. We're going to use a command reroll.
You just use them as many times as you want per turn?
Yeah, but note that you only have 6 command points, and once you've spent them all, then that's it. But you know, I'm not going to do that because it's just not going to penetrate. A heavy, the Inferno Cannon is a heavy 2d6. The weapon automatically hits its target. No, I have to do it. All right, so I'm going down to 4 command points, re-rolling this. There's a 6, good. And so that it automatically it hits the target for a heavy 2d6. No. I'm doing that wrong. So the okay, hold on. I'm doing that wrong. Heavy 2d6. I don't understand how to do this, Alex. Do you? It is a so. With the weapon skill, you rolled your single dice, but that's if it was only a single shot, right?
Yeah, that's like your ballistic skill, right? You do ballistic first.
But the number of shots that it is a heavy 2d6. So roll 2d6 for number of hits. That's for number of wounds or number of hits. So a 2d6, you roll a 2d6, and that's how many shots that you take. So I should have rolled a 2d6 before I did anything. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to roll 2d6. So 6. So does that mean that then I have 6 shots?
Okay. And now you roll to see if there's
And now I roll to see if my weapon skill or ballistic skill of 4+, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Okay.
And now we're going to try to wound with the Inferno Cannon, which is a strength 6, armor piercing 1.
Okay.
Oh, wait, the weapon automatically hits, so I didn't even... Wait, this weapon automatically hits its target, so I didn't even need to roll.
Okay, so it auto wounds.
Yeah, how many hits did I do? 6?
You rolled 6.
So it 6 automatically hit, but then I only got 4.
4 wounds.
So roll to wound, I did it, and then 4 wounds at strength. No. I need to calm down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
you already rolled. You shot 6 times.
Right.
You know. You roll 6, and then you roll 6 dice now.
okay. So
And which you did, and that it tells you how many wounds, which you did.
which
4
I did,
wounds.
which was 4 wounds.
And do I get saving throws against those?
Yes, because it is a armor piercing of -1. So what's your armor?
4. So I did
So
5
it goes
pluses.
up to 5s, yeah.
So if I roll 4, right, because there was 4 shots to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you blocked 3 of them, and 1 of them comes through.
Okay.
I think we did that right. Okay, not good rolling from me, unfortunately.
Carnifex is at 4 armor, but he had armor piercing 1, so it goes up to 5. I think is what we're doing right.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's really all I can fire. So a very, very ineffective first round of shooting from the Imperial Guard. So then we go on to the charge phase. Well, I'm not going to charge anything. Then we go on to the fight phase. Well, nothing's in fight. And we go on to the morale phase, but nothing took any morale to delete. And then we do a unit coherency check. Well, all units are in coherency. And then we end our turn. So then it goes to Alex, who starts the battle round. And I think we're wrong on our command points. I think you and I both have +1 command point, right? Because when your turn starts, you earn a CP. Am I right on that, chat? So if we started with 6, we would have been at 7 when the turn started.
It seems
Correct?
odd.
I know, yeah, no, but it says command phase, battle forged. If you're battle forged, you gain 1 CP.
Are we battle forged?
We are battle forged because battle forged means that we are in a specific patrol detachment,
Okay.
and we're not trying to do allies and all this other weird. Well,
Okay.
I guess you can still do allies, but anyway. So, so I actually have 5 CP left, and you have 7 CP.
Okay.
All right, it is your turn, sir, and I will control the camera for you. And this is something that we can do in the future, where the person whose turn it is not can, you know, utilize and move the camera. Maybe in the future, Joe can do that.
Tell me how charge
break
works.
it.
Yes, charge is a 2d6 roll. In addition to, you may move units into close combat.
Yeah.
So, a psychic phase. Charging. Well, select a unit to charge. Charge that unit. Once you have chosen, you must select 1 or more enemy units within 12 inches.
Yep.
Then you make a charge roll by rolling 2d6. This is the maximum number of inches each model in the charging unit can now be moved if they make the charge move. So you move your normal move amount, and then you add 2d6, I think. Well, first it's movement. So let's do standard movement first.
Yeah, but
because
I mean,
charge is a separate phase.
yeah, but if I don't charge, I don't understand how to charge, then movement doesn't work. So.
Right.
All right. So all of these can move. Their movement is 7.
Oh shit! I didn't think those things move that fast.
So.
Uh-oh, boys. Get ready! Get ready!
You did.
Angry Army, hold!
And they move to the back of the bases, right? It's to the back of the base?
Yeah.
Okay. So he will clear this.
Well, wait. Do you mean from the front of the base to the back of the base? No, that's gaining a little extra movement. You want to go from the front of the base to the front of the base.
Okay.
Just the same measure point, basically.
Okay. So I would have to move these guys over and be farther back for him to clear this rock.
Well, does he clear the rock? The thing is, when you're clearing an obstacle, it's going to, you have to measure up the obstacle and then down the obstacle. So if you measure with your tape measure, that I think is not going to be allowed.
You cleared the entire building corner on a wall with your tank.
I cleared a.
Yeah.
I
That's
cleared
what I was
a ba-
about. Like,
no,
'cause
I
you
didn't.
Over here, you went this way.
Hey, thank you, Joe, for pointing that out. My tank was here,
Yeah.
and so what happened is he pivoted, and then he drove around. He didn't literally
Well,
slam
yeah.
into the
Well, yeah,
wall.
I'm walking
yeah,
around the
that's
wall.
not what
the-
I'm.
Yeah, okay. You're walking around
Yeah.
the rock, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just the
I didn't
edge. That's what I was
understand what-
trying to get some clarification too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you can walk through your own units, right? Yeah. So technically, he came from where?
From here,
Yeah.
and then just walked there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's not moving. All right. I guess there's no reason to hide these things. How far does that dude move? Hive Tyrant moves 9 because he doesn't have wings.
Can you walk through your own units? Fairly certain you can't, and that's why the new Necron phase shift ability is so cool. Hey, we're learning. I will double check.
I mean, I'll just move that guy first, and then it's not an issue. But yeah, check.
We're learning. So, movement phase, move units. When you, units can either make a normal move. When you move a unit, you can move any of its models. Whenever you move, you can pivot or change its position. Can be moved across bases or hulls of other models. Yeah. Oh, no. It says, but no part of the model's base or hull can be moved across the bases or hulls of other models, nor can any part of that model, excluding its base, cross the edge of the battlefield. But like Alex says, he would have just moved
it
this guy first,
then the
here comes the
one,
second,
yeah,
and here comes the third.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Hello! Boys, our left flank is looking pretty dire. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
They are uninfesting over here.
What is that? Memory card full. I just lost that memory card. That sucks.
And
Whatever. We're
6.
testing.
Okay, so that's the end of my movement phase. These uninfested from the node.
Yeah.
I can put them anywhere 6 inches from the node.
Okay.
I think I'll just... Yeah, I'll move them like there. And that'll end the movement phase. I have no shooties, so there will be no shooties. I guess I can do Psychic, but I don't know
Yes.
how to do Psychic.
Okay. Psychic. I'll give you the booklet on that while I look up the... Chat, when do we score victory points?
All Psychers, no Smite. That's cool.
It depends on the mission. Okay, we're playing
What's Smite do?
Open War. Smite is a generic one. It should be in
Just
every
D3
data card.
mortal wounds?
That's if you can pass the test. You gotta roll some dice to pass the test, I believe. Score them in your command phase. Cannibal Duck, but you don't score at the first turn, right? You don't on Open War, or do you? It's 18 inches. D3 mortal wound. Yeah,
You have
score.
no Psychers, right?
No psychers.
Okay.
So I cannot deny the witch.
Yeah. Psychic test for that unit by rolling 2d6. If the total is equal to or greater than the power's warp charge value, which is 5. So if I roll 2d6, if the total is equal to or greater than 5, then I pass the test. I roll 11. So I pass. I've passed my psychic test. If the result of the psychic test was more than 10, it was. The target suffers D6 mortal wounds instead. So I'm going to roll D6, and that's how many mortal wounds that tank is going to take. So it gets 3 mortal wounds. Yeah.
Ouchies. That tank has 11 wounds, so that thing is going down to an 8.
Okay. Did mortal wounds. I think we're doing it right so far. Okay. So that is my psychic phase. I'm leaving my psychic phase because there are no more psychics.
Mm-hmm.
Any mediums?
No mediums.
It's a ghost.
I'm an extra large. Okay. Now we charge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's D6 per. It's 2d6 per unit.
Didn't this guy have wounds?
Yes, he's at 5. Because you hit him 3 times.
We'll move that along with him. And then you said 2d6. Yeah, it's 2d6 to charge. Who's charging and declare the charge at the specific unit?
All right. Well, this guy will charge there.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely hitting that.
Yeah, he's gonna move as close to. He's gonna get in there.
Okay.
Can't get in there. It's
Wow,
too
I
big for
learned
the tank,
a
Alex.
valuable lesson there. Don't even move forward.
These guys actually act as a separate unit once placed, even though they are one unit. I have to roll for them independently.
Too
I
aggressive.
believe.
Too
Okay.
aggressive.
So that guy's charging there.
Okay.
5, which
Definitely makes it.
yeah, I don't think we'll have an issue. Middle one, that one.
That hellhound is fucked. But maybe I can flame him a little bit. Okay, wait.
Don't miss.
So I am declaring Overwatch. That is a stratagem. Overwatch allows me to fire right before you close range, right? Can I see the rule book? I'm just seeing if there's anything that's gonna help me out here. How does Overwatch work? Overwatch. If an enemy unit declares a charge that targets one or more of your units from your army that have such a rule, each of those units can fire Overwatch. A unit cannot fire its Overwatch if there are any enemy models within engagement range of it. So I would have Overwatched on the first charge, which would have been the Hive Tyrant. Overwatch is resolved like a normal shooting. And always uses normal rules except in an unmodified rule. But in addition to modifies Overwatch, it does so at a charging unit, any rule. So how do I know before a charge roll is made, all charged targets that can fire Overwatch can do so? Can never fire Overwatch while enemy units are engaged. When firing Overwatch, shoot with a unit, but attacks only hit on unmodified 6s. Shoot with the unit, but attacks only hit on 6s. 2d6 auto hits, baby. That's right, because they're flamers. The flamer is auto 2d6 hit. So that was why I spent the extra point on the flamer. So this guy took 2d6 worth of auto hits from the flamer. Let's roll the 2d6. It's only 5 hits, and first I need to use a strategy or a command point to do that. And so my command points go down to 4. So I've got 5 hits, but that's not wounds. What is the toughness of your Hive?
7.
7. So the strength of my heavy flamer versus the toughness. The Inferno cannon is a strength 6 versus a toughness 7, so that will be 4+. Or is it 5+? It's 5+, so they wound on 5s. I only got
3.
Oh, that's respectable. 3 hits. Now it's armor piercing 1. So what's the Hive Tyrant's armor?
4.
So it goes to 5. You can ignore it on 5.
So he takes 2.
He rolled these 3 right here. He takes 2 damage. But that was, for Overwatch, I get to fire all my weapons, right? So that was the Inferno Cannon, and then I have one more weapon, the Heavy Flamer. It's a heavy D6, so we'll do heavy, it will do D6 auto hit. 2. And then a Heavy Flamer's a Heavy Flamer is a strength 5. So it will also hit on...
Oh, Hive Tyrant has a 4+ invulnerable save.
Yeah,
So
but you still would have failed on this, right? Because you rolled a 3 and a 1.
I don't know. I'm asking. Is invulnerable save different than a normal save?
Yeah, so you get to choose one, and normally players will choose the lower value. An invulnerable save you always get to take. So yeah, you would have chose your invulnerable save, and you would have rolled 4 pluses to save, but you still would have inflicted or taken 2 wounds. So I need 5 pluses on this Heavy Flamer shot. I got just one hit. So 4+ save.
Didn't save.
Didn't save. Or did save. Okay. So basically it was the same result, but I was able to put 2 wounds on the Hive Tyrant.
So why am I? So I have a save value of 3+. And
yeah.
when is
so
that
the,
taken?
So the wound, the armor save, that's affected by armor piercing in the game.
Yeah.
Invulnerable saves are never affected by armor piercing.
No, but like the normal save. What's this normal save?
That's the armor save.
Well, there's armor and then there's save.
No. The save roll is the thing. Armor? Where's armor?
A.
No, A is attacks.
Oh, okay.
That's the number of attacks in close combat.
So his armor save, his normal save would have been 3+, so it would have rolled the same thing.
Okay,
it would
cool.
have been 4s instead, and 5s.
Right. Correct. Yeah, because it's -1, it would have been 4, so you would have a choice between a 4+ invulnerable or a 4+ armor. Okay. Technically the same. Now, my question to you is, what is that?
I don't want to use the same colored dice as the one that I'm rolling.
Okay, and then how? What value is that?
It's a 2.
He has 2 wounds left?
No, he has 2 wounds on him total.
And how many wounds does he take?
He has 10 left, and I can either. I mean, do you want to count up, or do you want to do the other way? Because
that's better.
Okay, so like this guy's got 3 wounds on him to be consistent. All right, so he's going to move up.
Yeah.
And do his charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so as far as I'm aware, you can only declare an Overwatch once with a unit. So I don't think.
Thank you for being
Badass.
travel down the road and back again. Your heart is blue. Your family and a confidant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Couldn't see who it was. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We'll read those here in a second. While we learn, I don't think I can declare Overwatch multiple times against multiple targets. I wouldn't even be able to do that even if I could, because the second that Hive Tyrant went into engagement range, I wouldn't be able to Overwatch against these other Carnifexes coming in. So basically he's fucked. So now it's your fight phase.
Well, I have to do my living battering ram.
What is that?
When Carnifex finishes a charge move, roll a dice. On a 4+, 1 enemy unit within 1 inch suffers a mortal wound. In addition, add 1 to all hits in the fight phase for the Carnifex at charge in the same turn. So all my Carnifexes get +1 this turn, and then I'm going to roll these for my battering rams.
God
and so
damn.
On 4+, you just take a mortal wound. So you take 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. I have 6 wounds left on this.
Okay. And then we will, I guess, just do the Carnifexes first.
Yeah, let's see how hard these bad boys hit.
They have a strength of 6, but they get a +1. So when does my +1 apply?
What do you mean?
All my Carnifexes get a +1
+1?
to all hit rolls.
Okay.
So
their weapon skill is the value you'll be looking at since they're in close combat. What's the weapon skill of a Carnifex?
4.
4, so they go down to 3 pluses.
Okay, so they hit on 3.
So they hit on 3s.
And then they attack 4 times?
Yeah, the attack value is what, 4?
4.
Yeah.
So
now they charge. Do they get additional attacks for charging? I think it's 1 additional attack per unit that charge. So you would be getting, I think, 5 attacks each Carnifex for charging. Let me double check. Or maybe that's an old edition. I don't know. Is that true, Chad, or am I just making that shit up? It feels like I'm making it up. Charging over terrain. It's an old rule? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't see it here. I hate it when I do that. Okay, so...
all right, so how do you want me to make these attacks?
Well, since they're all the same attack, let's just do them all. So you've got 4 from this guy, 4 from this guy, and 4 from this guy. You're looking at rolling 12 dice. And if we can roll right here.
Okay, and so they hit on a 3+.
Not the best roll, but enough. Looking like 7 hits. So then you take the strength of a Carnifex, which
6.
is what, versus the toughness of my Hellhound, which is 7. So when you're going up against a deficit like that, you're rolling 5 pluses.
Okay, so I re-roll these.
Those to wound, 5s to wound. Ouch, another bad roll. He only got 2 of them. But what is your armor piercing? On their claws and shit, AP negative what?
Oh, these guys have...
In their weapon list, they'll have...
each model's over 2 pairs of monster-sizing talons. You re-roll of hits of 1 for the weapon. If the bear has more than 1 pair of monster-sizing talons, they do. It can make 1 additional attack with this weapon each time it fights. And then it's
did we even
AP
take that
-3.
into account?
No.
Fuck.
So we'll just get another attack.
Yeah, let's just redo everything like I redid my shit.
Okay. So 12.
So we start with a base number of 12 attacks.
Yeah.
And then it gets what?
And then they say you re-roll hits of 1.
Uh-huh.
And if the bear has more than 1 thing, it can make 1 additional attack with this weapon each time it fights. So it gets 1 additional attack.
So each one gets 1 additional, so you're looking at, 15.
Yep. And I re-roll once.
Okay. 15 dice, re-rolling 1s. Whoa! God damn you, Alex. Much better roll this time. I'm pretty sure that fucking thing is...
And so what did we say, 3 pluses?
No, your weapon skill. What's their weapon skill to hit?
3 pluses.
3 pluses, yeah. So all these are hits.
This doesn't, these re-roll.
So 1 miss, basically. 2 misses. Now, 5 pluses, if I remember right.
Yeah.
You left one on the table.
Shut up, Joe!
No, it would have been automatic hit. You don't want that.
Oh, thank God that bad rolling from Alex is coming out.
3.
So he's got, no, you got 4 hits here.
Okay.
So 4. Now the armor piercing is negative what?
-3.
So the Hellhound armor is at a 3+ save, and you -3. So that would go from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. So I need 6s to save, unless I had some kind of invulnerable save on my Hellhound, which I do not. So I need 6s. I'm gonna roll my own dice, not these disgusting Tyranid dice. Xeno dice. Hey, I got 1.
Okay.
So I took 5 hits. I only had 6 hits.
Almost
So
killed me.
he survived.
Barely.
The miraculous.
Get out of there.
Only for the first 3.
Leave
though.
the tank.
No, the boss man gets to attack.
Fuck! I forgot the boss man.
All right.
In hindsight, this was a bad idea.
Yeah. Boss man said he gets 4 attacks.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think we're doing something wrong. Go back to the Carnifex. Tell me the damage that each of that weapon
3
does. So you hit me with what? 5?
Yeah.
So that's 5 times 3 damage.
Oh.
You just gave me 15 damage, which just.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Now,
you did.
What's cool is if I roll a certain amount, then I get to blow the fuck up, which is what I really, really want to do. I really want to blow the fuck up so that I, you know, kind of screw over Alex over here. But we'll see. Now, if I remember
I
right,
thought that was
he
cotton candy. I was going to eat
explodes.
that.
And now he's a hellhound, right? So hellhounds roll a d6, adding 2 to the result in case of a hellhound before removing it from a battlefield. So normally on a 6+ it explodes, but that's Alex's inexperience maybe. This thing is going to explode on a 4+, correct, chat? And if it explodes, then it's going to do D3 mortal wounds to each model within range.
Okay.
But lesson learned. So let me get this pin so that I can turn this on and see if you guys can even see it. Can y'all see that light? I hope. I want so desperately for this thing to explode. 4+. Here we go. Ah! Yeah! Blowed up real nice. Yes, sir. Get that nice special effect in there. So, now, that thing exploded, so it's D3 mortal wounds each unit
Okay.
within 6. So let's go with the Hive Tyrant here.
Do you roll for each?
Yeah, it says roll for each.
So
3 mortal wounds on that Hive Tyrant, so he goes down to what?
No, it's D3, right? Or what?
Yeah.
what- So it's 1 wound.
Oh, this would be 1 wound, correct. Okay. D3, yeah, D3. And then for this guy here,
1,
2, which is 1. That guy, 2, which is 1. God damn it! This guy. Are you kidding me? 1. So that didn't do as much damage as I was hoping.
At least it did something.
Yeah. And now my own guys, because everything within 6 inches, correct? Now the question is, does it go past a blocking terrain building? I would say no. But what do I know? Do you guys know this?
It does.
It does?
Well, someone on the internet says it does. Who knows?
All right, well,
3
we
people.
wanna-
on the
we wanna
oh,
make
4,
sure.
5,
Okay,
6.
if that
Ooh.
many people says it does, then it does.
Okay.
So, chat, I would measure from the edge of the base of the model, which I probably shouldn't have removed, but it's about right here. And that's going to cover 1, 2, 3 of my guardsmen. But does that mean
It's just
because
unit.
it reached the guardsman unit, then I have to do it for all of them?
No, you only roll 1 die per unit. The reason that these are individual units now, which is why you rolled for each one, that's 1 unit. You only have to roll 1 die for that guy, for
Okay.
that group.
Okay, so two mortal wounds.
So just
So that's 2 guardsmen that get blown away. Whoa! Shit!
they did.
Okay. So that was that. And now we go to what's the next phase after fight is morale. Players alternate tests starting with the player's turn. Well, I don't exactly know how morale works. I don't think he needs to take any morale tests. Morale test. Starting with the player's turn is taking place. The players must alternate selecting a unit from their army that has had models destroyed this turn. Well, okay. If no units on the battlefield need to take a morale test, a unit only needs to make one morale test each phase. So because NIDs ignore morale? No fucking way. Fuck them. I think this guardsman unit needs to take morale because they took damage from the blast. So I need to take a morale test.
And you're not within range of Chungus, and so you don't get a minus to leadership.
Okay. A D6 plus the number of models destroyed. Morale test, D6 plus the number of
What's
models.
a consolidation turn?
You're missing Alex's consolidation turn. Okay, well, let's look at my cheat sheet over here.
So I charged. I fought.
Choose a unit, choose an Overwatch charge, fight. Choose a melee weapon. Consolidate 3 inches. Move closer to the enemy. So, Tyranids definitely want to take advantage of this. So I'll go ahead and remove this now.
Okay.
Oops. And what now happens is because they destroyed that unit, they can move 3 additional inches.
And you can't shoot through these walls, right? Or can you?
No, those walls I cannot, according to the new rules. Windows on these things, if it counts as blocking terrain, cannot be seen through anymore. Now we could play tournament rules, which you can see through the windows. It's either vice versa. I don't know if the tournament one you can see through the windows or that, but I was basically choosing this as blocking terrain because I was hoping to gain the advantage. You have to be inside of them, and then you can do that. Okay, so now we go on to the morale phase. So I will roll a dice. Well, that's a cocked dice.
And you're not even close enough to that guy, so.
So it's a 1 plus the 2 models that got killed. The number of models destroyed this turn. 1 plus 1, 2. An unmodified roll of 1 is always a success.
Oh.
No models flee. So I auto pass.
Flee! Run for your lives.
So now we end the turn, and we go to Imperial Guard turn 2. So, now it's the beginning of my command phase. Does that mean that I get a +1 command point going from the 4 that I had previously to a 5? Or does that +1 only happen at the beginning of the first turn? Let's see. Command phase. If your army is Battleforged, then at the start of your command phase, before doing anything else, you gain 1 command point. Okay, so. And now I score victory points for the mission, which the mission we were playing was just this standard only war. A player scores 1 victory point. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 1 victory point for each objective marker they currently control. Players control, in addition, if one player controls more objective markers than their opponent. So technically, we each have 2 victory points because at the end of our first command phase, we would have scored 1 victory point for each. So we have, he has 2, and I have 2.
You can't score on the first turn?
Well, that I thought was only certain missions, and this mission here doesn't say anything about not being able to score at the end of turn 1. So unless you can give me the exact page number, because I don't want to trust you, I'm going to double check. Objective markers. Well, regardless, we each scored 2, so it just would wipe each other out. It doesn't fucking matter whether we scored those or not. But as far as I can tell, at the end of each player's command phase, and we had a command phase in turn 1. So here's command phase 2. So at the end of my command phase, I control this one and this one, so I'm going to get another 2. Go to 4. So our goal now is to try to kill his warlord, and I don't know if I can do it because that thing has a lot of wounds on it. How many more wounds does that thing have?
10. Or what does it have? 3? It's got 3 on it? Yeah. 9, I think. I think it's 12 total.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 total.
Okay. Fuck. Imperial Guard, turn 2. So, I want to maintain control of those objectives. What I could do is I can move here, throw everything I can into that Hive Tyrant. Try to slow it down as much as I can, but I probably am going to get tabled. Man, Tyranids are fucking scary as shit.
Oh, I should have used that.
What would I do? Would I try to play objectives? I can I don't know what to do. And I'm not going to look at chat because this is my fucking call on, Alright, so let's talk through our choices here. We can move over here. Throw off those gene stealers, assuming of that objective. And then
those genes.
yeah, we got to do it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw these guardsmen to their deaths, essentially.
So you're throwing speed bumps at him?
I'm throwing speed bumps into the fray, angry army.
I knew I should have come to work today.
6-inch movement here. So
Some told me to call in sick.
so we've moved, and then we're gonna fire at that.
The soldier turned the corner. Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Y'all ain't up and done it. Hell no. Hell no. Y'all ain't up and done it. And then these guardsmen can already see some of those Carnifexes back there, but not this unit. Well, this unit can. Base to base. But because there is some terrain in between, they would get in between the majority. This is what we need to learn. This unit can see the Carnifexes, but there's a big obstacle in the way for some of the models. What does then that mean? Does that mean that they can shoot them but at a negative? If I go into the terrain, I can shoot through it. Yeah.
Only models with line of sight shoot?
Yeah, they've got line of sight. And no, you just need your unit to have line of sight. So
Only if only one guy can see, they can all see?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm double check all of this information here. Each model draws its own line of sight. I see. When you're talking obstructed. Okay. So we can rapid fire on that Carnifex. We're going to go ahead and rapid fire on that Carnifex. Oh, wait. Let's do our movement. So we did that. And then let's move this guy. Lord Commissar. 12-inch range. Okay, I'm screaming at the Commissar to hold their ground. All right, let's do it. So, these Imperial Guardsmen are throwing all their attacks into the Hive Tyrant. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yeah, 6 las guns. And then we've got a grenade launcher and then the sergeant's pistol. So 6 las guns. I can re-roll rolls of 1. Reroll 1s in shooting if didn't move. Well, I did move. But I can issue an order. But I didn't issue an order. So we're just going to take 3 hits.
Don't you shoot twice?
Or 3.
Do you not shoot twice?
With las guns on rapid fire.
You can only would you rapid fire when you move too?
Yeah. Yeah, so I need to shoot twice. So there's 3 hits from that one. And only 1 hit from that
4
one.
hits.
So 4 hits total. And we're trying to wound a...
Hive Tyrant.
and what's his toughness?
4 or 7.
So it's more than twice. So I have to hit on 6s. 1, 6. Miraculous. But he's very easily
I save on a
saved.
3+, and I didn't.
Hey, they did a damage. Didn't expect that. So now we've got the grenade launcher. Yeah, I wish I had some air support right about now, but I don't have any air What is the stat line of a grenade launcher? I don't know. Grenade launcher, assault D6. So grenade launcher, 4 attacks, weapon skill, again of, what was it? 4+. 2 hits, and then to wound, a grenade launcher is a strength 3. Are you kidding me? Fuck. But a grenade launcher does have a damage of 3. So I need 6s to give you 3 damage each. No 6s, no damage. Well, that is all they have in them. No. They do have maybe something. No. All right. Well, my Commissar Lord Angry Joe hits. Or wait, it's 3 dice. 2 hits. He moved, so he doesn't get to reroll his 1. So 2 hits. Strength 4. 4 versus your toughness of 7 is on 5 pluses.
Mm-hmm.
No 5s. I can't fucking penetrate that goddamn Hive Tyrant, and I gotta hit him 10 times? The guard are fucking terrible, man. The fuck am I supposed to do? This was just a lopsided army list. You got essentially 4 Carnifexes versus 2 tanks. 1 weak tank and 1 good tank. Huh. Because these guardsmen aren't doing shit. And would do no shit. And the only thing I've got here is this Demolisher. This one against the Carnifex is going to fire twice, so I might as well roll them at the same time. The weapon skill is, I believe, a 3+. Yeah. So both hit. So determine the damage on that first shot. Remove the lowest. 5 damage on the, well no, we hit, and now we need to wound. So the Vanquisher Cannon against a Carnifex. Vanquisher Cannon is a toughness of 8. Carnifex strength, strength 8 versus
toughness 7.
So I need 3 pluses to hit.
Strength and toughness is 4 pluses if they're equal.
What's that?
And strength and toughness are equal, it's 4 pluses.
Yeah, that's the standard one. But I'm hitting on 3 pluses because I have a greater strength than you do toughness.
I thought yours is yours not 7?
No, my Vanquisher is an 8.
Oh, you said 7. That's just why I was confused.
Okay. I said your strength was, or your toughness was a 7, but I'm confusing myself. So we're gonna do pound them into dust on that tank order.
You can do the orders at any time?
It says use this stratagem after a Cadian unit from your army has inflicted an unsaved wound on an enemy. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. For the duration of this phase, you can re-roll the dice when determining the number of attacks an ordered model can be making. Yes. Okay, so 3 pluses to wound. I got both of them wound, a 3 and a 4. Now let's determine the damage of that first shot. That first shot is a 6. 6 damage on this Carnifex.
I don't get to do anything about it.
It's a -3 armor piercing, so I don't think you get to do anything about it. He's vaporized, right?
How much?
6 damage.
No, he goes to... So he has one wound left.
1 wound left. Here comes the second shot from the Vanquisher Cannon. Removing the lowest value dice, it's 5 damaged. Now he's vanquished.
Okay.
These have heavy bolters, which have a 36-inch range. You know what? I forgot to fire my heavy bolters the first time, so that was a critical error.
They have infinite range too?
36 range, which was enough on that first turn. Heavy 3. Heavy 3. I fucked up bad. Okay, all these dice coming into this Carnifex here. We're looking at 3 misses. Or the unit didn't move, so I get to re-roll this one because it's a roll of 1. So that many hits. We're looking at 7 hits. But the heavy bolter have a different strength value. It only has a strength of 5 versus your Carnifex
Toughness is
toughness is 7. So we're going to have to roll 5 pluses in order to wound. We only got 2 wounds on that one. And the armor piercing of a heavy bolter is only -1.
So 5s are higher.
So 5s are higher. You save 1 and take 1 wound.
Yeah.
It was on this guy here. So just 1 additional wound on that Carnifex.
So he goes up to 3 wounds, 1 wound, 4 wounds.
Okay. So I made an error and I didn't move with these guys when I planned to move them into cover. So that they can fire through the walls. What do you want to allow me to do that movement, or do you want to keep me where I'm at?
They can only one of them gets like fire through the walls, right?
No, when you're inside a building or an obstacle, then technically they are at the walls and they can start firing. That's what I had intended to do, but I forgot because
Yeah, that's fine.
trying to remember
So
a
there's
bunch
no
of these.
obstruction whatsoever when you've got a gun?
Not for me when I'm up here, but taking incoming fire, there's obstruction for the enemy's shots.
Okay.
So we'll move these guys where I had intended because Alex is being gracious on our first test game. So that's where they would have. These guys are haven't fired yet, and these guys haven't fired yet. So we're gonna have these guys fire at that Carnifex that's hiding over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 las guns. 6, 7, 8, 9. And are they within range of the rapid fire? The question is, does the whole unit, does every single individual model need to be in rapid fire range, or can only one of the models be in rapid fire range to gain the benefit of rapid fire? When a model shoots a rapid fire weapon, double the number of attacks if the target is within half of the weapon's range.
Yeah, so each model.
It says model, and so then I have to determine each model. And I just slammed my head into the camera. So there is the first one.
Alex almost did earlier.
Well, he pulled it into my head.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 las guns have rapid fire. So we're going with 10 dice.
And there's no obstruction in 9th edition?
No, let me... well, all of them can draw a line of sight from their edge of their base. All these rapid fires can draw a line of sight without being obstructed.
So is it just like the edge of the base to the edge of the base, or is it center of the base?
Edge of the base to the edge of the base, not center. I'm double checking. Got to double check everything.
Line of sight, you just to see any part of the model.
Yeah. Okay.
So cover is useless.
So I have very low weapon or ballistic skill. So I managed to get 4 hits. But let's say for the purposes of testing that I gave the correct order, which is take aim, which is reroll ones. Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, it does help, because when you give a Cadian unit take aim, it says reroll all failed results. So I got 4 hits and all of these failed, so reroll all these. And I failed them all again. One additional hit. So 5 hits. We're looking to wound now. Las guns against fucking Carnifex is going to be a 6+. And I rolled 1 6+. You can take an armor save.
And then there's no cover save?
No, there's no cover save in this game. These guys can see you. You're not hiding behind the cover.
Yeah, but I mean, you can see like the tip of my ass, and so I was wondering if there's cover. Because otherwise, then there's
because I can see the tip of your ass, I think the ruling is I can shoot at you. You're asking, does it give you any kind of bonus?
Yeah, because otherwise
Okay.
there's no point in cover
I
period
think,
in the game ever.
I think it does give you a negative, or it gives me a -1 to something. Let me double check here.
So I hate when games are like you can only see half the model. It's like then we get into that. Well, you can see 49.2% of the model.
So there's light cover when an attack made with a ranged weapon wounds a model that is receiving the benefits of cover, add 1 to the save throw made against that attack. But are you gaining the benefits of light cover there, or are you gaining the benefits of heavy cover there? No, because you're not wholly within the cover. You know what I'm saying? There's been a new terminology in this game to try to simplify cover, and the Carnifex isn't wholly within that cover. So that is light cover. Okay. Yes, this is obscuring terrain. If this terrain feature is at least 5 inches in height, which it is, then models cannot see through or over this terrain feature. Well, we're not determining whether these models we know cannot be seen, but this model can be seen because we measured it with our eyes. Now, is that light cover? Well, in order to get the benefit of the light cover, from my understanding, he needs to be in the ruins. Can somebody help us out on that? I don't know. Cover got nerfed, and monstrous creatures and models of that size got boned. It was never the most clear thing, but damn, this is really confusing now. Okay, Reb Bishop says add +1. Add +1 to what? His armor?
To my saving
to
throw?
saving throw. What was your saving throw already?
3.
Yeah. +1 to save. So you would save on a 2+. Is that what it's correct, chat? So from these guys to this guy, these guys shooting to this guy, he gets a 2+ save? Are you kidding me? Goddamn. Okay. No, monsters don't get cover from ruins. Is a Carnifex a monstrous creature?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a monster.
I think that
hurt his
you don't
feelings.
get cover. I mean,
So there is no cover in the new rules.
no, there's cover in the new rules.
Not
I'm
for
going to
your
show you the cover in the new rules. This guy's covered. This guy's covered. The new rules state that because your creature is so massive and he's not wholly within this particular ruin.
Well, neither of these creatures are covered. They don't have line of sight. They're not. These are not in cover.
They are. They're you're right. They're obstructed.
Yeah.
So that's why terrain matters, because you can have obstruction and you can have cover. Right now, this monstrous creature is not. I mean, it's complicated. The terrain rules are complicated.
It's very
in
finicky,
40K. I'm not gonna lie to you. When an attack is made with a ranged weapon and it wounds a model that is receiving the benefits of the cover. Well, see, we don't know if it's receiving the benefits of the cover. If it's receiving the benefits of the cover, here.
Line of sight does not dictate cover. Being in cover is being inside a piece of terrain. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying is, like, unless you're inside of a building, there is no such thing as cover anymore. There's line of sight or no line of sight, period.
There's correct. There's
so
obscure.
it is not cover. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. There is no such thing as cover within the game unless you're standing inside the fucking building.
Well, I'm going to need to look this up after our battle so that we can, be for sure on the future. So basically, we're just trying to determine if he's rolling a 3+ or a 2+. Let's just go with 3+ for now.
You'll never know.
I don't know why you needed to roll in.
It's a 3.
Okay, well, you succeeded
Likes to make
anyway.
everything complicated.
You would have failed.
It was cocked.
No, it's not cocked. It was not cocked, chat. It was not cocked. Give it to me, chat. The ruling is on you. He rolled inside there. He went into the door, and it was not cocked. It was
Dick
perfect.
and balls in my
It wasn't
sights.
cocked. It wasn't cocked.
If you allow me to roll the second dice,
All right, it was cocked. So you fuck y'all. Okay. So
Okay.
he did not take any damage from these rapid fire ones.
Yeah.
But that was just the 5 las guns that were in rapid fire range. Now we got to go with the sergeant's pistol, which is just a 1. He misses. And then the normal shots, 1, 2, 3, 4. One hit, one more wound rather. Saving on a 6, saved, no damage. So that was this one, that was this one. So I have fired with this, I have fired with this, I have fired with that, I've fired with him. The only one I haven't fired with is the one in cover. So let's go ahead and fire with these guys. These guys to the Carnifex. They are definitely within range, so they're going to get 2 attacks apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many guardsmen? 1, 2, 3,
Should be
4,
10.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, 8. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the rest of them, one of them has a flamer, one of them has a pistol. So here comes the las guns. And by pure repetition, we know that this is a roll of 4+ hits. Bad. Very, very bad rolling. Super bad. So 5 hits. Now to wound is like 6s. We got 1 hit, or 1 wound rather, and he blocks it with a 3+. Now the flamer.
Flame on!
Flamer's the only one that can, I think, really do anything, but maybe not against a Carnifex. That's an assault D6. This weapon automatically hits the target. So 3 hits against the target. And it has a strength of 4. 4 versus what?
7.
So hits on 5s. Just 1 hit.
Auto? Does it auto, or do I get a throw?
You get a saving throw. And you save that too. The sergeant's pistol hits. The sergeant's pistol does not wound. So again, nothing. Guardsmen basically
You brought flashlights.
cannot fucking right.
You're trying to initiate a seizure in the Carnifex.
I bought flashlights against Carnifexes. They are super scary. And we're fucked. So that was my shooting. Now I will
Charge!
fuck. Let's go all in. Can I charge, chat?
I don't know.
Are you? I don't think you could charge if you shoot.
I'm just looking at this weird flow chart, and charting comes
Let me
after
see that
shooting.
well, after. Let me see that real quick.
Ooh, this?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Okay, well, into the fray, because none of this shit is working. So I'm just gonna throw bodies at you now.
Come get some.
So charge with this unit. Fix bayonets! Charge! Definitely makes it.
Do not charge. The other units will not be able to
Huh?
shoot in engagement.
Yeah, like I'm doing a whole lot
Yeah.
of fucking damage.
Remember, only you can friendly fire, OJ.
Sure.
On my team, it's not friendly. You shoot me in the ass, we're done.
Yep.
We are no longer friends.
And now it's time to feed Alex.
I don't. Hey, man, let me play how I want to play. I already feel like I'm gonna lose. So I
We are
don't give a
not
fuck.
playing seriously either.
Yeah.
We're just fucking around. And this is giving us a good idea of, learning the rules and understanding.
So, just so you know, these have chitin thorns at the end of the fight phase, which
Chitlins?
doesn't say my fight phase. I imagine it means only my fight phase, though. Roll a d6 for each enemy within 1 inch of any models with chitin thorns, so all the Carnifexes have them. On a 6, that unit suffers a mortal wound.
So just being next to them
Yeah.
is hurting. Okay.
Chitlins are disgusting.
Yeah. This is a learning experience. Guardsmen should be much more scared of Tyranids
Never
than I
fight
have
Tyranids.
displayed
Got it.
here. And honestly, I didn't list build knowing that I'm going in against Tyranids. I just kind of picked whatever because, like we said, this test game we're not here to
I'm
win.
coming for them skinny jeans, Quantum DeLorean. These gene stealers are after you. I'm coming.
Okay.
Happens every fight phase?
So that. What happens?
That
every
can't be
fight
right.
phase?
Can we get like a majority rule
Chitlins
on
are gross?
chitlin thorns?
Chitlin thorns are gross.
Chitlins are gross. Are fucking gross. It's the south side of a northbound pig. You're eating its asshole is what you're eating, and they fry them like calamari, and it's
Some
gritty.
people like that, Alex.
I said charge!
Oh wait, hold on.
Lord Angry Joe! Our forces are being obliterated! I don't care! Charge that hive tyrant or I will shoot you myself!
You should lead the
Everybody
charge.
fights!
should
Nobody
lead it.
quits!
Okay, sir, charge!
Deny the witch test?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna use my psychic powers, and you're like, no, I'm gonna use my. You know, in South Park, where they're like, it's exactly that.
These
That's
are
what
the bravest guardsmen
I
there
thought the witch
ever
test
were.
was like if she floats. Or
Yes,
if
she's a witch.
If she's lighter than a duck.
So over here first against the Hive
Witch.
Tyrant.
Burn her.
So their weapon skill is 4.
Oh, you do attack too? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I successfully made both charges,
Yeah, okay.
and they have 1 attack each.
Fix bayonets!
God wills it.
God wills it.
Well, the Emperor God wills it.
2 days away from retirement.
Yeah.
You hate to see that.
It's actually 11 attacks because of the sergeant has 2 attacks. But you know what? We'll roll those separately because he has a chain sword. Everybody else just does not.
I want to hit them with my sword.
All right, here we go. For the Emperor!
Thank you for being
Yes.
3 hits.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is blue. Your family and a confidant.
Thank you very much.
We'll thank you in a bit.
So that's 3 hits, and to wound is probably 6s. I got 1 6. Hey, I got through his armor. 1 wound for the Emperor.
You're on that guy?
Yep.
Okay.
How many wounds does he have left?
7.
7. Okay, the 2 chain sword from the sergeant.
He drops it on his own crotch. It's like our Manscaped commercial. It's just like, oh no! Remember, everybody, don't drop a chainsaw on your crotch. Get Manscaped.
Oh my
Go to manscaped.com/angryjoeshow.
We do way too promotions. Way too many
No.
promotions.
No.
For Manscaped.
It's safe for your nuts. Don't use a chainsaw.
Well, that failed horribly.
Yeah, it did.
So we're going to come over here and see what we can do against this Carnifex.
Ting, 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 ting.
So we're looking at
Bouncing
another
off.
full squad
Ting, ting.
of 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 2 from the sergeant. Hopefully this sergeant doesn't fuck up as bad as the last sergeant.
Chainsword gives you an extra attack. Did you do that? Did you miss that?
Chain sword. Each time it can make 1 additional attack. No, I'll do that now. Hits. Does not wound.
Okay.
Okay.
This would be another thing that people will
2,
bitch about.
3, 4 hits. And possibly that 5? What's your toughness?
7 on the Carnifex.
So it doesn't. No, it does double my strength of 3. So no, I needed 6s to hurt a Carnifex. So never charge a Carnifex. Lesson learned. But I do have 3 attacks from the sergeant with this chain sword. So 2 hit, and then wounding chain sword is wounding on like 5s or 6s. I got 2 6s. Whoa! Epic success. The other guy dropped. Oh, he does 1 damage.
So when cooking human being, we look towards the Mayans, who decided that wet cooking, braising, was best for human meat. Pozole. If you like pozole, it was originally made with people.
Okay.
So that's how we would cook them.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Alex, for that wonderful fact.
Yeah.
Now, it is...
Is it the end of your fight phase?
The end of my fight
Are you ready
phase.
for Chitlin Thorns?
It happens on mine, not
Every
yours.
fight phase.
No, that's fucking stupid.
All right, how many people are within 1 inch of that
lot.
that
Well,
guy?
both of these squads are fine, I think. No. 1,
7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh,
9,
to see
10.
those.
So,
Well, the outer ones aren't within an inch, are they?
and then I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. No, this guy doesn't have it. Only this guy.
It's not going to be good.
All right, so 1,
I have
2,
a fight
3,
phase
4,
first?
5, 6. 6 are
Oh,
within.
do I get to fight you when you rush me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. During a fight phase, it's one guy fights, then the other guy
Oh,
responds.
so we fight first, then Chitlins.
then chitlins.
No,
so
no,
this,
it's not Chitten, it's Chitlins. That's
so
what
this
we're
is gonna
naming
hurt
it.
bad.
All right, Hive guy, boss man. He's gonna attack you first, and he gets 4 attacks, strength. Oh, he's wounded now, so he's weaker. His weapon skill is on a 3+. He gets 4 attacks, and so he'll attack that unit.
Oh, 1.
Only 1?
Yep. You
Okay.
got lucky.
Yay!
Okay. So 1 hit. My strength is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill him.
Well, it's only 1 hit, but it does a bunch. It wounds and stuff. There's more.
I'll leave Steve.
The
there.
damage is. It's -3 armor penetration, and its damage is 3 per hit. So this is for wounds. What is your defense on these guys?
3.
So -3. So
What? You're rolling like 2 pluses to wound me. Did you wound me already?
I did. I hit you once, and now
And then did you wound me? So it's the roll to hit.
Yeah.
With your weapon skill, then the roll to wound versus my toughness, which is a toughness of 3, versus your strength of the weapon, which is a what?
So the strength of the weapon is -3.
No. That's the armor
Oh,
piercing.
the
one's
damage
full
weapon is
now.
3. So you took 3 damage.
I took 3 damage. Okay,
Yeah.
so the guys hit. Steve is dead. All 3 damage go into one person.
Okay. And then the prehensile pincer tail attacks.
Did I lose another card,
Yeah,
guys?
That one right there needs to be changed. Or
Right.
Oh, you can reroll hits of 1 for this weapon.
Well, we're learning. This is the test stream. I need to get the
And then okay.
SD cards that
And then
are
its second attack.
250 gigabytes apiece.
Ooh.
3 hits.
Yeah, you missed.
And so
2 wounds
2 wounds, so 6
for 3
six-
damage
six-
two and
each.
above.
Yeah.
And these 2 guys are goners.
And then how do I roll for the tail? I just
Yeah, just roll for
each time the bear fights, it can make 1 attack with this weapon. This is in addition to the bear's attack. So it's AP 0, so I just roll 1.
So yeah, let's make sure everything is correct. So the first thing that you did that killed Steve was what?
The first round of attacks for the monstrous scything talons.
Scything Talons killed Steve. Then
The second attack for the monster scything talons killed the other 2 dudes.
yeah, Bill and Gary died.
And then now the tail is attacking?
Now, I don't know. Do you have a
Yeah,
a
every
tail?
time the bear fights, it can make 1 and only 1 attack with this weapon.
Okay.
And then so I roll 1.
So this is Stu, 2 plus. Hey, isn't it his weapon skill is 3? His WS is a what?
3 plus.
So he misses. So Stu ducks
Oh
under
no,
the
no,
tail.
it does hit. He's not hurt enough. It's 2 plus.
He ducked. and
Weapon
got
skill is 2 plus?
2 plus, yeah.
Fuck you! Stu is hit!
He ducked and went right into his head.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
well you hit him. Now go ahead and wound him because you could still roll a 1. You rolled a 1! Stu is amazing!
He lives.
Stu took the tail like a man to the chest.
Cool.
For the Emperor!
All right, now the Carnifex is going to attack you.
You missed. You missed, bitch. we gotta make up stories. It
Okay,
makes it
so
more
4
fun.
attacks twice. So I roll 8.
He's got a big gash in the jugular. Put a tourniquet on his neck. I can't
Hey,
breathe.
what are all these?
I can't
Carnifex.
Oh, we're going over here now.
Yeah. So I got to re-roll this, and then this is a miss. Everything else is a hit. That's a hit 2.
So you're looking at 7 hits.
Mm-hmm. And then I roll to wound.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is 2 pluses, I believe. What is the strength of your
6.
A 6? Yeah, 2 pluses. So two fail to wound.
Okay, so 4.
So
Oh, you
5.
take 5.
5 models are dead. Now, I get to choose, right? So an Imperial Guard player, knowing that Chitins are coming, Chitin armor,
Chitlins.
would take the models that are
Oh,
closest.
why is this fixing the 8 attacks? I don't get.
3,
Bear has more than one pair of
4,
monsters. I think tells you make 1 attack addition.
5.
It makes 1 additional lapse each time it fights, right? Because it has 2 things of monstrous talons. You can, if the bear has more than 1 pair of monstrous scything talons, it does. It can make 1 additional attack with this weapon each time it fights.
Right. So it's 5. So you get to roll 1 more dice. Did you not already do that?
Well, okay. So yeah, we need to redo that.
No, we're not redoing it. I mean, you did roll legitimately for everything.
I
But
rolled
if you
too
have
many the
one
first time, though.
additional attack.
I rolled too many, is what I'm telling you.
Oh, why did you roll too many?
I just thought I get to do an additional attack for each set of talons, and it's just 1 time. So I rolled 5 instead of 8. Okay, so
5,
this
yeah.
is
Okay.
the weapon skill. Okay,
Well, I removed 5 models, so let's just see what I removed now.
all of them hit anyway. And then 5. So 2, you have to put 2 back. Or wait, what did we say? It's -3, so what is...
They hit on, they wound, it's -3. They have armor of 5+, so it would have ripped right through the armor. So 5, well, 2 pluses?
2 pluses should hit.
What is the strength of your weapon?
6.
6. The toughness of my guy is 3. So you're doubling it, which means that all you would need is a 2+.
Okay.
So yeah, 5 guys
Okay.
are dead.
The dice never lies. The right thing happened.
The right thing happened. 5 guys died.
Wrongs.
Now, what I did in order to be clever is I took 5 guys that were closest, leaving only 1 guy for your chitin. So if you want to roll your chitin thing on this fool, what does that do?
If I roll a 6, he dies.
Oh.
He rolled a 6.
He did.
God, it's a thorny owl!
Ooh, me so thorny.
Me so thorny.
Ooh, me so thorny.
That Carnifex is very thorny.
Super thorny.
Okay.
My turn?
So
no, you have
that
to do
was
morale.
just the end of the fight phase in which you got to counterattack. So now it is actually your turn.
Well, what about your morale? And your leadership and stuff?
Oh, true, right, because this squad took a bunch of damage. Now, by removing this guy here, oh, I think something else happens. By removing that guy, I think I just broke unit cohesion. Oh, no.
You,
I'm
straight to
still
thorny
within-
jail.
Unit cohesion is 3, right?
2. According to a random person in chat that we don't know if they're right.
2.
Oh, no, that guy's right.
There's
That guy
3.
usually is right.
Okay, it's 2 inches. Says.
Is he out of cohesion then?
No, he should be. That's within 2 inches. No, maybe?
Oh, it's within. It is within.
Okay.
It is within 2 at least.
You get -1 leadership because my big Chungus is there, so...
So I'll roll, and I roll a 2, plus the number of models that were killed, which was 5, 6, 7. Now, 7 is the leadership value of the sergeant, who is still alive, right here. So I equal it, and when you equal the morale test...
Even when you have -1 to leadership?
Oh, you gave me -1 to leadership.
Anyone next to the Chungus, anyone within 6 inches of the big one.
Well, then
gets
that fails. So,
One
if the
runs.
morale test exceeds the unit leadership, which it does now, 1 model flees, and the other models must take combat attrition tests. Roll 1d6 for each remaining model. For each one additional model flees. So, one guy says, "Let's get the fuck out of here!" And then these 3 models go.
Kaput.
They stay and fight, which is insane. Those are the most brave things. Once out of unit coherency checks, once all of out of the player's turn ends, and then like when do I get to like move my models back into coherency or something?
Otherwise, it'd be like a cascading chain of lack of coherency, right?
Yeah. So we're good. Now it is actually his turn. So Tyranid turn what? 2?
2. Get a command point.
Are these the cost of them or what?
Yeah, it's the command point cost. I have to move like around your guys awkwardly,
Yes.
and we just have to like
That's
try to
why
measure it with
That's what their speed bumps.
That's why I tried to speed bump you.
Okay. We're going to move the Gene Stealers first, which I think have a movement of 7.
The guy's pretty lonely out there by the flag.
Movement of 8. Wow, they move fast.
Are you locked in? Is it like, well, I don't know. I'm thinking about hero clicks.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Joe. They are locked in, so they can't move.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless they
just
make
question
a
too, 'cause,
fall
like,
back
yeah.
or something like that.
The Carnifex can move 7. I mean, he can move pretty much wherever he wants. Actually, he can't. So he can get here.
Well, you can't move unless you're declaring a fallback, because I've got you engaged in close combat. So if we go over to the movement phase, units that are within engagement range of any enemy models can only either fall back or remain stationary. A fall back is when a unit falls back, each model in that unit can move a distance in equal to or less than their move characteristic shown on the data sheet. When doing so, you can move it within engagement range of enemy models, but it cannot end its move within engagement range of enemy models.
Okay.
So basically I'm speed bumping you and trying to lock you down
Got it.
so that you kill me.
So I think my movement phase is done, and I'm going to use Call of the Brood. I'm going to spend 3 points, go down to 5 command points. I'm going
3
to
points? Damn.
That sounds
add
good.
a new unit up to 5 Gene Stealers to my army and set them up as reinforcements wholly within 6 inches of a Broodlord or Infestation node. So I've got one here. I'll probably put him here-ish. Yeah.
So you get a whole new unit?
5.
Fucking hordes of Gene Stealers.
I'm coming to get you.
You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape. My love?
Shit, I'm going to use Rapid Regeneration too. Down to 3. I get 3 D3 wounds back from my Biggin.
Yeah.
So 2.
Wait, what's going on?
I just used
You're
Rapid
scaring me.
Regeneration. Use this at the end of your movement phase. Select a Tyranid model from your army using the Biggin. It regains D3 wounds lost earlier.
This Carnifex?
The Biggin.
Your warlord.
Yeah, and so I rolled 2 on a D3, so he goes from 5 wounds to 3 wounds.
Wait, a 2 on a D3. Oh, you're saying the final
It was a
result.
4. It was a 4 down to a 2, so
So he regained 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
And what wounds is he at now?
He has 3 total wounds out of 12.
Yeah, you should be
You
scared.
mean he has 3 wounds left, or he's only
No.
taken 3?
He had taken 5 total damage, and now I'm healing it, so he's only taken 3 damage.
Okay.
All right, that ends my movement phase.
Okay, so the question now is, okay, movement phase. We're forgetting something. We need to go back to the end of the command phase. Did you gain 1 bonus point?
I did.
Okay, and then did you score objectives? So you get 1. What is that?
Infestation node doesn't count, but the Gene Stealers were here at the beginning of the turn.
Okay, so you get 1 point for that. And that'll take you to 3.
Okay.
And now movement, he did. Shooting,
No, I can do Psychic.
yeah, psychic.
So I'm going to do my Psychic. I'm going
So
to do my Psychic.
question, can you do psychic while you're locked in close combat? I don't know. I've never played before. I've never played a psychic phase before.
Yes. Well, according to them, they said yes.
Okay.
So I roll 2d6.
Okay.
I'm using it for Smite.
Okay.
I roll a 10, which means I roll d6 wounds. D6 wounds, I believe.
Wait, I'm pretty sure you're going to need to declare an attack before you roll.
For Smite?
Yeah.
It's always the closest. It has to be the closest.
So just one of these models?
It's the unit, right?
Okay.
And so I
Yeah,
deal
closest unit.
d6 damage.
Okay.
And so this will be d6 damage. So 4 damage to that unit.
4 damage.
Well, it's d6, right? Because I doubled the Smite value, people? No? Oh, it's d6 on 11 plus? Where's the Smite card? I believe him.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's only on an
It
11
says
and
if
12.
the result of the psychic test was more than 10, or is this wrong? More than fucking okay. So it says more than 10 instead of 11 or more. Okay, got it. So it's only D3. So what did I say it was? You take 2 damage.
2 damage, that's mortal wounds that I can't save against. Okay, so 2 guys are smited.
Smite me.
Okay, so now you move on from your psychic phase to the shooting phase. No shooting phase. Now we go on to the charge phase.
Okay, so the charging units, I will be doing some charging. These will be charging.
These?
Yeah, and so I roll just 2d6 for the whole unit.
Yeah.
All right.
So you rolled a 6.
We'll see if they can make it. I don't know.
I think you might have failed that charge. You failed the charge because to get there is cover. We are within cover, I think.
I can touch the barrier.
Right. So we're gonna go and look.
Yeah.
So terrain features. Defense line. If an enemy unit is within 1 inch of this terrain feature, which you would be, you can still make a charge move against it. So as long as the charging unit ends its charge move touching that terrain feature and within 2 of the target unit. Units are eligible to fight, and models can make attacks with melee weapons if their target is on the opposite side of this terrain feature and within 2 inches. I don't really understand. So what I think is going to happen here is that this guy is going to move here. He's touching the terrain.
Yeah.
He's within 2, so but that's the only guardsman that is within 2. We move the rest of these guys up the maximum amount that we can, which this fool's going to get right about here. He would be within 2 of those 2 guys.
And the other ones probably
And
would.
then I think that's about it for these guys.
This is turn 2.
So these 2 are within range.
Okay.
So you've got 2 within range, I believe. They make the charge distance, okay, so hold on. I'm going to declare an overwatch to fire at these gene stealers coming in at me.
Okay.
Now, an overwatch, again, is a what? Who can do... Thank you, Joe. Certain rules enable units to fire overwatch. Targets 1 or more units. Each of can fire overwatch. So they hit on 6s. And I have a full squad, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But they are all las guns except for the pistol. So we'll go 9. 19 shots because it's within rapid fire range. So yeah, this is good. This is good. So we're looking at 2, 4, 6. But I need 6s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 19. All right, here we go. To hit on 6s, rapid fire. Fire!
Damn, that's a lot of dice.
God damn it. Well, I am Cadians, and they're going to re-roll these 1s.
At all times?
Yeah, it says re-roll in shooting if did not move. I don't think this is shooting. This is technically Overwatch. So that does not apply here. Or does it?
Gurus? Just for future reference, when firing Overwatch, it must be done before the opponent even rolls for charge.
Okay, well, we're new.
Don't count. Overwatch counts as shooting. Well,
Well, let me read the rules on Overwatch. When firing Overwatch, shoot with unit, but attacks only hit on unmodified 6s. But I don't understand whether my Cadian special regiment takes effect. Let me read the Cadian. Reroll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase for units with this doctrine.
Okay.
So to me, that means I can't do it.
yeah, yeah. It's not the shooting phase. We're on the charge
It's not
phase.
the shooting phase. So really, I only got 2 hits on that.
Okay, so we'll do the invulnerable save, which is, I think it's the same as their other one.
Gene Stealers have an invulnerable save?
Yeah.
Well, no, we didn't even do the wounding rolls.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on. So what is their toughness?
Their toughness is 4.
Uh-huh, okay. 4, it's either 1 hit or 2 hits. Las guns are strength 3, so yeah, 2 hits,
Okay.
or 2 wounds rather.
1 dead.
1 dead. So chat, it is the it is the model owner that would choose, and
Yeah,
he
the
would
farthest.
likely choose people from the back row, right, that die first. Now I do have a pistol from the sergeant
He used to shoot on Overwatch?
that I haven't fired. The whole unit gets to shoot on Overwatch. Last pistol. Do pistols shoot 2 or do they shoot 1? He misses anyway. Unless he gets a second shot.
Would the pistol have hit from the back of the charge? What's the range on the pistol?
Just 1.
12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then it's definitely within range.
No, he doesn't get to fire twice. That's rapid fire. Okay, so anyways, he misses.
Okay. And so I get to...
So that was it. I basically just took out 1 Gene Stealer
Okay.
out of turn, and now it's your turn.
What is this whole 3 inches? I get to pile in 3 when you activate your GS boys? What's that mean?
All right, well, first let's go to the charge phase to make sure we're doing this right. So declare unit to charge. If the charge is successful, models make their charge move. Cannot make a charge. Okay, so then we did that.
In the combat phase, you can consolidate 3 inches. Okay. Before the fighting starts? All right.
Well, I don't see that here yet. That now you have the fighting phase. When a unit fights, it piles in and then makes its close combat attack. So a pile in is move up to 3. So that's what they're
Okay.
referring to.
So I'm not done with charging. These Gene Stealers are also going to charge. And
They fail the charge. You roll double 1s.
So they don't move anything?
So they don't move anything.
Okay. So they will say
Unless they move those 2 inches. Chat, do they move the 2 inches? Let's check. For failed charges.
Could spend your CP if you want to re-roll.
If the charge
No.
if the
Failed
charge
charges don't
fails
move.
and no
No.
model in the charging units
Doesn't
move.
move.
Okay. So we're going to begin the fight phase, I guess?
Yeah, and at the beginning of the fight phase, you can pile in.
Yeah, so they'll just move in
which
and
means that
they'll just kind of surround as best they...
these guys come over here. Now, and then this guy comes into here. Well, here's the problem. If you get in that range with me, then I think that my tank can start to obliterate your guys.
You can't Overwatch again in this turn.
No, I'm not overwatching. You're within engagement range of my tank. So technically, you're engaged with the tank if you are within 3 of the tank. Is that correct, chat? So you want to stay away from the tank and come around on this side so that you don't receive the tank's, bullshit. Am I right on that?
1 inch.
So as long as I'm 1 inch from the base of the tank, I'm fine.
Okay. Are models allowed to stand on the thing? Because if they can't stand, then one of these gene stealers is not going to participate in the attack.
Should we check the terrain features? Because some people were saying terrain costs like is it
Things
2
to
inches?
move, right? What's
Yeah.
the point in holding a defensive line? It's possible that he can't do that, or what? I mean, that's the terrain would then stop a pile in. Well, let's figure it out. Defensible. So I messed up, and we have to go back because this terrain is defensible, and Overwatch attacks hit on 5 pluses. And then the defense line. If an enemy is within 1 inch of a terrain feature, you can still make the charge move against it as long as the charging unit ends its move touching that. Units are eligible to fight. When units make attack, their target is on the opposite side of the feature within 2. But what happens to piling in then? Light cover, scalable. So the Warhammer gets pretty frustrating when it comes to the terrain. For new players, this terrain is, I wish, more clear on what we're doing here.
So I can attack through it. I just can't stand on it if it's considered unstable.
Unstable.
But I don't know if you can melee up to 2 inches through terrain. Okay. So I can attack through it anyway, but you have to do your Overwatch again.
All right. Well, from what I see, you can hit. That every one of your gene stealers can hit. But I need to redo the 19 attacks and see if I can kill one or more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
What's the range?
17, 18, 19, 24. Rapid fire within 12. So this time it is not a good roll, but this time it's 6 hits. And to wound was going to be 3s versus 4s, right?
Baptismus is 4, yeah.
So 5 pluses. So we've got 3 wounds. I'm gonna CP to see if I can. No, go ahead.
So 3.
3 wounds. 1 is saved, or 2 is saved.
1 is saved, so I lose 1 more.
Okay. We'll take this guy out. Okay, go ahead and do your charge.
So
Your
the-
fight phase, rather.
Yeah, we'll do the fight. I guess we'll go with the Gene Stealers first. They get 3 attacks. They all have Rending Claws. Each time you make a wound with a 6 for this weapon, that hit is resolved with an AP of -4. Okay, so how many Gene Stealers are there? 5? 4?
Mm-hmm.
4, making 3 attacks each. And their weapon skill is 3+. So 11 hits. No rerolls. And then what's your toughness?
3.
So my strength is 4. And so on 3 pluses.
Yeah.
One, two, three, 4. 4?
Yeah. 4 wounds. What's your armor piercing on their claws?
-1, but the 6s, the 2 6s are -4s.
Okay, so 2 guardsmen are dead, and 1 guardsman gets to roll a 6 to survive. Fails. 3 guardsmen are dead.
Okay.
Or no, and then another guardsman gets to roll a 6. 4 guardsmen are dead.
Okay.
So then I'll remove these back guys. Right? Do I remove the back guys, or if I plan to fall back, I should remove the front guys? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just ease of pulling the units, I think.
Okay. The biggin is going to attack. The ones right next to him.
Where?
The
Oh, yeah.
the leader, tyrant.
Oh, the cover bonus. Yeah, so I had a cover bonus. 1 to saving throws, so instead of 6s, it would have been 5s, but they still would have died.
Okay, so his weapon skill is 2+. He has 4 attacks. Okay, so 4 attacks.
There's no cover bonus in melee. Okay.
All right, so all of them hit. What is their toughness is what?
3.
My strength is 6. So on 2 pluses.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 wounds.
These 3 guys are dead. So the whole unit got wiped there. But over here, I get to fight back.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. I got 5 guys plus the sergeant and 3 attacks with the chainsaw. So pretty good hits here. 4 hits. Strength of the Gene Stealers. 1 wound.
The strength is 4.
1 wound.
I think he's dead.
Okay. Well, how many wounds does each Gene Stealer have? More than
1.
Okay. And then the chainsaw. 2 hits. No wounds.
No, Gene Stealer doesn't have good saves. Your saves on 5+.
Okay. So that was the end of the fight phase.
Oh, just for them. That guy fought. These guys need to fight.
Okay.
The Carnifex. So they get 5 attacks. The first one, we'll have this one do the first attack.
Well, I'm going to say that those 3 guys are dead.
Okay.
And then your turn is over, right?
Then I
But
might.
there's the consolidate move where
I
you
can
move
move
3
3
inches.
spaces, yeah.
So I'm going to elect to go ahead and kill those guys because I'm pretty fucking certain they're dead. In terms of speeding things up. Remember, we're just learning the game on this one. Wow.
This magnet thing needs to be reset. Ah. And then these get to move as well.
No. You
No.
didn't wipe the unit.
Oh, only ones that wipe units get to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Imperial Guard, turn 3. So I gain 1 command point and go up to 4. At this point, I just have Lord Commissar Angry Joe and my tank commander and a unit of devastated Imperial Guard that is currently engaged.
Does he need to do morale on my turn?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you need to do morale on my turn? I don't think I need to do morale because
I don't know.
Oh, he needs to do morale on my turn, but I don't.
Right, because the
Tyranid.
morale. So
That scene's gonna be like Rain of Fire.
So the morale phase. So 3 plus the units that died, 7.
Gene steals your inventory. Okay.
Morale is passed. Right? Yeah.
Okay, so how do I do? What am I rolling for my Gene Stealers?
Well,
I
how
technically
many Gene
do, but I
Stealers
can't fail.
died in there?
3 total.
Well, now does it count the ones that died from your shooting when you began the charge? Or does it only count the ones that were killed in close combat? So if we look at the morale test, take a morale test roll, add the number of models that a unit have been destroyed this turn. So it does count those. So you have to add 3 to 1 die roll. So roll 1 dice, add 3 to it. If that exceeds the leadership value,
Okay, it doesn't.
so 5 plus 3 equals 8. The leadership of the Gene Stealers is what? 8?
9.
9? The Gene Stealers are not going to run.
Yeah, that's why they're saying I can't fail it, which is nice.
Yeah, those guys do not run. They do not fear shit. It's certainly not Imperial Guardsmen. Okay, so I was at the beginning of my phase, got the command point. I'm scoring objectives here, which is really my only hope. So I got 1 objective there, 1 objective there. I have more objectives than my opponent, so that's another point. So 3 more points. I have had, so at the beginning I had, let's see, I've got 4 now, and adding 3, 7. So really my only hope is to try to kill that Hive Tyrant maybe, and not get tabled. If I can do that. When you get tabled, you automatically lose, right? Or can I end up winning with more command points and have nobody left on the battlefield? That wouldn't make sense. I wouldn't like that.
Gee, we played a couple board games like that, though.
Not anymore?
Jesus.
So you could have won in 8th edition when you had no models? That's lame. Okay, I'm probably going to win in victory points, but I think I'm going to get tabled. Unless I don't know, maybe.
How many more turns we got?
Well, this is my turn 3, if I'm counting right.
Yeah, you went first, so this is turn 3.
So round 3. I wonder if there's any point in me running as my as my guy. I don't think there is. So what we can do is we can try to put all fire into that Hive Tyrant who has how many wounds left?
9.
It is possible to kill that Hive Tyrant. I just have to maximize what I'm doing. So first is movement. You want to fall back here, right? But because, you know, guardsmen should not be in close combat. Fall back. Units that fall back cannot charge this turn. Units that fall back cannot shoot. Well, there's no point in falling back because at least here I can maybe get some hits in. Number one, with the pistol from the Sergeant and the chain sword from the Sergeant, in addition to the las guns. It's hard, but it's possible. Angry Joe needs to do damage to this this Hive Tyrant, at least a little bit. We're gonna re-roll hits of 1. Chat, before I move on, this counter-offensive, could I have used it against the Gene Stealers? This stratagem is used right after an enemy unit that charged has fought. Select one of your own eligible units and fight with it next. When it says fight, does that mean that I could have fought with the tank against the Gene Stealers? And why is that?
Fight is melee.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense. I'll
Makes
allow
sense. Makes sense. All right. So we're going to roll Angry Joe versus the Hive Tyrant here. Lord Commissar. Weapons. Yeah, ballistic 2+. Oh, you know, I've been rolling his attacks wrong. All 3 hit. And I'm going to re-roll that one. So 3 wounds for a CP. Now, I've been rolling with this pistol wrong because I forgot that I gave him a sweet-ass pistol from the Emperor, which is in strength of 4, AP -1. What's the strength of the Hive Tyrant?
The toughness or strength?
Toughness, I'm
7.
sorry. 7. So it doesn't equal, it would be 5 pluses. So it only wounds once. So wounds once, and it does 2 damage. So,
I roll 1.
but you only roll once, right?
Okay.
To try to save.
I saved.
He saved. But it's armor piercing 1.
I would have saved on a 3+, so it
You saved?
yeah, I saved.
Okay. Well, I better declare the charge before he declares the charge, is what I understand. So,
Good luck.
I succeed. Angry Joe into the fray for the Emperor.
Slide underneath his legs and take off.
Finish with the rest of my shooting. Oh, yeah. All right. So, the pistol can fire in engagement range, from what I understand. Yes?
Yes.
So, pistol hit as a 2+. I'll CP that. 2+, didn't matter. Okay. Now, the most important thing. If this thing can do work, we'll be all right. So I could go all 3 heavy bolters into that, clear them off, or I can start putting damage into the Carnifexes.
So tanks can now shoot into melee.
Or I can attack the Hive Tyrant. But the thing is he blocked. I can see over him to...
You can't shoot into your own melee, okay. But he could shoot the Carnifex.
Right, but the tank is not engaged, so he can just fire. So, this is a monstrous creature. So I don't understand. I do have visibility of the tyrant. It's you get down and you look. Can you see the tyrant? Yes, I can see the tyrant. Yes.
So you can see him, but he's obstructing.
Read the obscuring terrain.
-1 to hit. All right.
I don't like the terrain
I hate it.
rules in this game. I wish it was more clear for me. Obscuring. Blocks visibility if it's at least 5 tall. Now, it's not 5 tall, but that side is 5 tall. So, am I firing through this and hitting him there? I can shoot at a unit engaged in melee. You go by the highest point. If any part of it is 5 inches, then it's all obscuring. Okay, so what you're saying is that technically there is, you know, you look at it like this.
Yeah.
And then also these windows are covered because we agreed to that before the game began. So that has been hurting me the whole game. So knowing that, I would have moved my demolisher so that I can start putting fire into that. Yeah. So I'm going to have to say that, I mean, I'm more than likely dead, but if I knew that, I would have moved the demolisher, or I can get 2 shots off to one of the Carnifexes.
You can move it if you want to move it. Your
No,
little,
I'll
your
just,
little
I'll
guy
just go
isn't there
ahead
yet.
and fire the heavy bolters into the... I'll split my fire. I'll go heavy bolters into the Gene Stealers and the Vanquisher Cannon twice into that Carnifex, which is unobstructed. How many wounds does this Carnifex have?
He's got 4 wounds, so he's almost dead. But didn't they say you can't do that?
Can't do what?
You can't shoot the heavy bolter into the Gene Stealers?
Why wouldn't I? I'm
'Cause
not
they're-
engaged with the Gene Stealers.
Your other dudes are. Like, so if the Gene Stealers were on top of your tank, you could shoot them, but since the Gene Stealers are engaged with your other dudes.
I've never, I don't know. I'm going to look at the shooting phase. Locked in combat, models cannot make attacks with ranged weapons while their unit is within engagement range. Well, I'm not within engagement range. Models cannot target enemy units within engagement range of any other units from your army. The risk of hitting your own troops is too great.
But we'll hit some of theirs.
So hold on, that's bullshit. Okay, now knowing that, then I would have fall back with these guys because 1 pistol hit from that is bullshit. So we're learning, so I'm gonna fall back with those if Alex will allow it.
Give me my dude back.
Alex allows it. Give you your dude back.
You killed him.
I
Didn't
killed
you?
your dude with a single pistol hit?
Didn't you?
No, I don't remember killing.
Because if you 1 wound, Gene Stealers died of 1 hit.
That's true.
I killed him with a single hit?
Yeah, because you asked, how many lives? He's like, just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they're
thought
going to
I
get
did
murdered by a
that-
goddamn tank anyway. No?
I don't remember hitting...
This was a melee dice
I
card.
don't remember killing a Gene Stealer with a single pistol, guys.
Oh, that's weird. Don't remember the pistol? All right, take the Gene Stealer away.
Yeah.
They're paying.
I don't know why both of you think that you hit with a pistol. Joe would think...
you
you think
hit-
that Joe would be knowing the most since... But he's just saying whatever Alex says, I guess.
No,
Well, where did that come from?
because you.
We had a conversation
You
on.
were, yeah, you were
You're like,
fighting
they only
over
have,
there.
I hit you once, and it's like, yeah, he died. He's like, they only have one hit. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that happened in a shooting phase prior.
I mean, I'm aware.
Instead of
I
the-
know, but we were confused at the exact time.
Yeah,
It's fine.
because
Just
like
move
a
on.
lot has been going
Relax,
on, but
I'm
I
just
know
explaining
he
my
just-
side while y'all explain yours. Okay, so fall back, and when you fall back, I think you fall back at the movement of the unit. We're learning. This is the point. So if we can have a replay, or when we play, if there's a third person, that third person probably is going to have to make rulings for us if the two players forget what happened.
Well, on Twitch, we can always go back.
On Twitch, I can hit the clip button and then go back and watch the clip. But the clip button only records the past 30 seconds, so that probably won't work unless I can clip longer than 30 seconds.
Just clip every time someone dies.
But honestly, we don't play competitively, so I don't really think that we're going to care that much unless it's going to come down to the wire. This game isn't coming down to the wire. This game is coming down to a complete slaughter for the guard. But we're just learning the rules as we go along. So because of that, I decided to fall back, and then we did all of our other phases, and then that will free up this unit of Gene Stealers to take the heavy bolters while the Vanquisher goes into the Carnifex. So the heavy bolters first into the Gene Stealers. That's a heavy of 3. So you're looking at 9 shots. And these are hitting on Tank Commander 3+. So only 1 misses. And then their Strength 5. What is the strength of the...
Toughness 4.
Okay, so they're hitting on 3s. Or wounding on 3s.
Four?
So you're looking at 5 hits.
5.
5 wounds, rather.
Okay. How much damage does each one do?
Now, a heavy bolter has an armor piercing of 1. So what's your armor?
I'm going to go by invulnerable save.
Okay.
So 4 hits. So they're just dead.
Okay. This unit is wiped. Now the Vanquisher cannon. Burst that Carnifex. Heavy bolters do 2 damage now? Oh. Oh man, I'm using the old Codex. I would have put it into the fucking Carnifex to ensure that it's dead. Well, whatever, we're learning.
How much range is on the bolter? Is it 1 foot?
Now this one didn't move. What's that?
What's the range on the heavy bolters? Because it's not
Reroll
the...
and shooting. What's the range on the heavy bolters?
Yeah.
Enough to hit those Gene Stealers. Reroll hits of 1 for the ordered model until the end of the phase. So the 2 is going to miss. I'm going to reroll the 1 there, but I've got 3 command points left. I'm going to take one of those command points to reroll this 2. And I got a 2 again. Every single time I pay a command point for a reroll. It's not succeeded for me. So we've got 1 hit with the Vanquisher cannon. and that's going to be a strength 8 versus the Carnifex's toughness of what?
7.
7. So I think that's a 3, and I rolled a 1. Can I command reroll that? If you command reroll a hit, can you then later command reroll a wound? Command reroll.
Once per phase.
Endless drilling and you can reroll any single die. I already rerolled, so I can't reroll a second. Okay, so I miss with that.
Is it per phase per unit or just per phase period? What charges are once per phase total?
Oh, so that essentially was the worst possible outcome. So I just rolled the worst possible outcome. That teaches me never to use a command reroll. Okay. Well, then I just epic failed. That's a feel bad.
You still charging with your Commissar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the Commissar charges, and he has a chain sword.
I'm cutting that dude off his base. It drives me crazy. Chat, do you see the Hive Tyrant look like he's about to fall over? The person who based it decided to put like one leg real high up, and so he's doing the lean.
He's trying to turn the corner pretty fast.
Yeah.
They all hit. Do they wound? What is the strength of your...
He's toughness 7.
Toughness. User 7. So he would have hit on 6s. Damn, man, that Lord Commissar cannot fight in close combat, and he can barely shoot. What is the point of a Lord Commissar? Okay.
Does he provide like combat buffs to the guard?
Not even really worthwhile ones that you would want to take one,
Yeah.
because you can do that with stratagems. He has Aura of Discipline, which they
Morale.
can use his leadership of 9 instead of their leadership of 7. And then also units within 6 inches of the Commissar can never lose more than one model as a result. So actually I might have not lost a bunch of guard when that Hellhound exploded. But still, I wouldn't take a Lord Commissar. That's not enough benefit for, his point cost. I would just take a, a second tank commander or something. Okay, so he did jack shit. Now the Hive Tyrant gets to respond.
All right, so 5 attacks, hits on 2+.
So he would need 5 pluses to wound. No, he wouldn't, because his strength is 3, and when you're going against a toughness of 7. That is more than double, so you need 6s.
What's your toughness?
Not 5.
What's his toughness?
See, that's another reason why the Lord Commissar sucks. His toughness is 3.
Okay, so it's double, so 2 pluses. Yeah, he did.
I mean, unless the chain sword has changed in 9th edition. I am reading a older codex, but whatever.
15 damage.
I just took 15 damage?
Yeah.
Ha! Ha! Ah! I hurt!
One day away from retirement.
Well, this is what happens when the Tyranids hit planetfall. Splat. So, never taking the Lord Commissar again. Instead, Angry Joe is going to always be a tank commander.
All tanks, all the time.
We've learned a lesson. Okay, so that was the end of my turn. And it is the beginning of your turn, which you get 1 command point.
Okay. And you can just Overwatch whenever the hell you want to Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
Only when I charge?
I mean, Overwatch is costing me 1 CP, and I only have 2 CP left
But it's when I charge or when I move?
when you charge.
Oh, it's when I charge. Okay. All right, we're going to move the Carnifex first.
He doesn't have a power sword? Whatever. Yeah, right. Exactly. Lord Commissar does have a power sword. It says bolt piston power sword.
Had.
Had a power sword.
He did.
He did that. Well done, Joe. You learned the first rule of Guardsman. Yeah, it's good that I'm getting it all out of my system on the test game. Here's the thing: is because the map is also a little extra small, it's going to benefit the close combat army. And Alex also built like nothing but Carnifexes. So basically, he's rolling around with 4 tanks to my 1.5 tank.
Stop falling over. You glue some nickels to the
And
bottom
those
of these
guardsmen
bases.
really do not counter. Now, if I had some Ogrins or something, then those Ogrins could have put up a fight against the
What are Ogrins?
Carnifexes, because them Ogrins have like armor saves of 2+. But we weren't list building. We weren't trying to win, guys. This is a test game, and I've learned a lot from it, which is the goal. Like how a phase goes.
All right, so that's movement.
How the terrain is overly complex.
I'm going to do Psychic first. All right, so that is that guy's. That is that guy's. That is that guy's.
And you get to see a classic guardsman slaughter
All right,
by
psychic
the
roll.
Tyranids.
9, so it's successful. And
Okay.
so I'm going to do
Hold
D.
on. How many victory points do you get? Are you still holding that? No.
No.
So you get no victory points. Then you moved on to the movement phase.
Well, these Gene Stealers would have got this victory point at the very beginning. How many?
No,
how close
they
do you have to
were
be?
they were more than 6 inches away.
They just moved.
Mm-hmm.
They were 6 inches away.
So at the okay, well, then you get 1 victory
Yeah.
point. I didn't know that they were still over there.
3
Yep.
inches.
3 inches away. Is it 3 inches away?
If
Or?
yeah, it's 3 inches.
Well, then no. They were. Then I don't get it. I was 6 inches away, but not 3 inches.
You.
Okay. Psychic phase was successful. I'm going to smite your closest dudes, which are the guardsmen, which is 5. I don't even remember where it is. It's D3 damage. So they take 3 damage.
These are mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So that's just going to kill 3 guardsmen outright.
Okay.
Man, not having a Psyker to counter that Psyker is also hurting. The Tyranids are very good at, combat patrols and incursions, I think.
2 psi abilities a turn, but I can't use smite twice, and I only equipped 1 psychic ability
So
for
you'd have
this
been-
point value, so I can only do that. I think.
Would have been even
as I'm wrong.
better if...
All right, so I'm going to charge with the first dude. Would you like to shoot him?
Who?
Him.
Who are you charging? Who's the target of your charge?
Oh, he's coming this way.
So I'm not sure you can charge past that unit. When you're making a charge, I believe you have to choose the closest unit to charge. You can't just ignore the troops and then just charge the tank, which is what you're trying to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna double check here. You cannot make a charge move within engagement range of any unit that was not the target of the charge. So
Okay. Well, then he's going to charge the... He can run around the troops if there's room.
But he's already moved. He's declaring a charge, and he's within engagement range of the troops. So from my understanding of that rule, cannot make a charge move within engagement range of any unit that is not the target of the charge. Right, chat? So if we look at engagement range, what is the definition?
Oh, engagement range is 1 inch, so I'm not within 1 inch of them, so I can charge.
Okay, okay. So what you would be trying to do is you'd be charging and then curving like a mofo kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your opportunity. Oh, you have to do it before I roll if you want to Overwatch.
Yeah, of course. We'll do Overwatch. And, so I hit on 6s. We'll fire the 9 heavy bolters. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 6s. Why is it 5?
I thought you have to be like in cover or something.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's on 6s, unless vehicles are inherently 5s or something. A guard stratagem. Oh yeah, right. Defensive gunners use this stratagem when a charge is declared against one of your vehicles. Okay, that costs 1 strategy though. I'm gonna use it. So we're gonna hit on 5 pluses.
So you're out of CP now?
No, I've got 1 CP. I might have more when it becomes my turn.
Oh, because you don't have to declare Overwatch anymore now because you did the other one?
That is brutal. That was a brutal roll. So we're getting really bad rolls here at the end. Only 1 hit.
Guard strat cutters, the Overwatch.
And no wounds. God, these are really bad feel bads here at the end. And here's the Vanquisher Cannon. That's a hit. That's a wound. And how many wounds does it do? Well, you're going to remove the lowest, so it's going to do 3 wounds. And that's just going to pierce your Carnifex unless you have some kind of...
Because it's auto hit or because it's like minus something?
Well, it's a minus. Vanquisher Cannon is a -3 to your armor. What's your armor?
The armor is 4.
So 4 plus. So yeah, I ripped right through your armor. Now, how many wounds does he have? Because I might want to re-roll this 3 wounds into something higher.
He's got 4. He's got 3 life. No, he's got 4 life left.
Okay, so the big decision is: do I use my last remaining CP to re-roll to try to get a 4, 5, or 6 and destroy the Carnifex before he can charge?
Carnifex don't have invulnerable saves.
No, they don't. The answer is yes, because I'm going to take Carnifex damage. So I'm going to use my last point here and hope that I roll a 4, 5, or 6 to kill that Carnifex before it can hit me. Every time I use a CP this match, it is just the same value that I rolled before. So 1 wound left on that Carnifex.
Yeah.
But there's a possibility the Carnifex will fail the charge roll?
Yes.
Because you've got to go...
I mean, I already made the charge roll, but yes.
What was your charge roll?
10.
Oh, well, then you've already made the charge roll.
Okay, and I do all of the charges first. We're going to try to charge with the big one.
That was so shit. Like, my last few turns have
I'm
been
gonna use metabolic
really
overdrive.
bad rolls, and
so I'm going to use a
could've
command point.
changed a lot of things.
And it lets me move twice. You may make a second move, but when you do, you must roll a die for each model on that unit. 1. When you roll a 1, inflict a mortal wound.
1.
Fuck. All right. Well, put a mortal wound on my dude. And can't even move the whole way, but it can get here, and then it can charge. So that guy will charge.
Hold on, I'm confused at why you're charging.
Why I'm charging? Because I haven't charged?
You did a move and then you did a charge?
Yes.
Because you forgot it?
Yeah, I had a card that lets me do an additional move after.
After a normal move?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you'll play the card out of order like I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot to play that one.
Okay.
This guy is going to charge the Marines, because he can't get around. 8. And these are all up in there. And these guys can't charge, or can they, because they don't have line of sight? Or how
They
does
have
that?
line of sight.
On the...
On the guardsman, yeah. Far
Okay.
as I-
Okay.
It's going to be a hard charge, though.
7.
Well, you're going over some terrain, which is going to cost you. It doesn't cost 0 to move past.
I'm not going over the terrain. I'm going around the terrain. Like, that guy's right here. I can just get him right there, right?
But that you're measuring from the back of the model to the. You're measuring from the front of the model to the back of the model, aren't you?
He was right here. He was the front. He's the leader.
Yeah. Then he should be within range.
Yeah. And these can all just follow up behind.
These guardsmen are fucking screwed. Are
Oh.
dead. Dead!
All right, the Carnifex is going to go first. He's got Living Bataram. When a Carnifex visits charge, we roll a dice. On a 4+, the enemy unit within +1 takes it. So
I want him dead.
This guy on the tank first.
I want him dead.
Misses the Carnifex on the guardsman. They take a mortal wound.
Who takes a mortal wound?
One of the guardsmen.
Okay. This guy's dead.
That's the battering ram ones. The first Carnifex is going to attack the tank.
This is
5 attacks.
Tyranid turn 3.
Yeah,
right?
5 attacks. Weapon skill 4+, but it's 3+ this turn because they charged. So all hits. What's his strength?
Of these guardsmen?
No, the tank.
Who did all hits?
This guy.
Okay, and then the strength of the tank is going
Or the
to
toughness.
be toughness is 8.
Okay, so toughness is bigger than strength, so I need to hit on 5+.
You mean wound on 5+?
Wound on 5+. 3.
3 wounds, and I
Or-
save on 3+. What's your armor piercing of those things?
-3.
So that would take me to 6s. 6s to save against a Carnifex. 1 save, 2 wounds to the tank commander, who goes down from 12 wounds to 10 wounds. Tank commander has 10 wounds left.
Okay. Well, no, that's 9. It was, how many did you block?
1.
1. Okay, so out of 4?
No, I don't know. I did all the things correctly.
Yeah, but it's 3 damage each hit.
Oh, 3 damage each
So was
hit.
it was
So two went through, so 6 damage.
okay.
So 6 damage minus 12, he goes down to 6 wounds remaining.
Okay. What is the total melee range? Like, what's the distance for melee range?
I don't know. What do you mean?
1 inch? Okay. So the Hive Tyrant's not in melee range because I can't charge after, so his movement stopped him there. So that's where that guy has to end up.
But I thought you charged with him.
I did. They wouldn't let me. The card I use, there's a rule saying I can't charge afterwards. So I did the movement twice, and that's it. But he has to stop short of attacking the tank.
Oh.
So no damage was done. He just stopped short.
Okay.
Okay. The Gene Stealers are going to attack your guards.
Okay. This looks amazing. That's encouraging to see people randomly coming in and giving good feedback on the way the thing looks. 'Cause we worked real hard on that. We will just, you know, understand the rules better. So the guardsmen are just being overwhelmed by Tyranids right now, and I have 2 turns left to try to survive. That's not going to happen, so I think I might take a concede here.
Yeah, they're all right. They 3s. And their strength. What is their toughness?
Of who?
The guardsmen.
3.
3. It's 3 pluses. Lots of hits.
Yeah, these 2 guardsmen are obliterated.
Okay.
So now it is down to the last tank commander, who is surrounded by essentially 2 Carnifexes, a bunch of Gene Stealers, and the Warlord. So we're going to call it there because I have no hope of not being tabled. I do have a big victory point lead of 7 victory points over Alex's 3 victory points, but Alex went with the classic, I'm going to eat all of your dudes and they're going to die.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what happened. I had a few poor rolls, but I'm not really sure this Guardsman force could have hoped to have fought off, you know, essentially 4 Carnifexes with only 1 tank and a Hellhound. But who knows? You know, that's the fun of the game, because crazy things can happen. And so this is going to end in a Tyranid victory, and a victory for us all, because now we know how to play, and we generally know how things go. It would be super helpful in the future to have data cards for each individual unit. All right!
Where the hell did that
Who
come
said
from?
that?
I mean, it's a biddy thing. Think, live, life. Thank you.
Now, if I look at these 9th edition data cards, do they have data cards for the units? No.
I have a bunch of really cool Nurgle cards that I don't think do anything anymore.
I would love to have cards for each one of my units so I don't have to kind of fumble through a codex. So I can make those myself.
I'm just going to print. I'm going to copy and print ones directly from my book.
Yeah. And that will allow us to be like, you know, hey, what's your toughness? Boom. What's your toughness? Boom. Instead of fumbling through a codex. That should speed things up. It also speed things up that me and Alex are now fully versed in the rules. Of course, this is a constant ongoing thing.
I know
where
everything.
we don't know everything right now.
Yes.
But I enjoyed myself. I had a good time, even though I lost. Because I can see that this 9th edition, I've been told, is a lot about victory points and objectives. Unless you can table somebody, and that's exactly what Alex did. So very cool, very cool. And even though it was only 1,000 points, I had a good amount of fun. I want to know how long this was. Our first learning game session.
I need to break out sweet baby Nurgling Jesus. And
that it was 3.5 hours for our first learning session. That's what I said it was going to be. I said it was going to be like 3 hours.
Yeah, and we fucked around a little
And
bit.
we were fucking around, talking with Chad, trying to understand the rules, looking stuff up. I think we could speed that up by half. So really, these 1,000-point battles, I think, could be done in about 1 hour and 30 minutes if we know the rules. Yeah, that seems reasonable. All right, guys. What'd you think, Alex?
It's the game that I remember. There's some fiddly bits. There's some streamlined bits. We'll have to get cheat sheets for this stuff as well. Like, we really need cheat sheets for the terrain printed out and ready to
so
go.
the thing that I think we struggled with the most was the terrain rules. It seemed a little awkward, but That could have been that we didn't agree on the terrain, like specifically. You have to give all the terrain their traits before you start.
Yes.
So that you already know exactly what each of these terrains can do. Also, we were playing the fairly standard mission. There wasn't anything fancy about the mission. And the map, I'm really surprised with the smallness of the map.
For this one, this is a real tiny one though, right? The
Yeah.
map's not always this small, right?
It
I would hope
is.
not.
It's smaller than normal. So when we go with the 2,000 point games, the map is still going to be relatively small. It's going to feel small because we're going to have even more units, even though the map is slightly bigger. I kind of liked it when the maps were a little bit larger, but maybe this gives close combat armies more of a chance so that the shooty armies don't just overpower everything. But they removed the old Overwatch where the Tau could just like and then you'll never reach them.
Well, as I said, the Gene Stealers, like
CP.
the second the Gene Stealers are on the table, they die the first round. Which
Yeah.
I like the little infection node.
But I
think
think
it's
they
kinda cool.
included enough changes in 9th edition where they didn't need to go that extra step and make the table smaller. Because another thing is strategic reserves. So what you could actually do is hold back your Gene Stealers and then deploy them on a turn 2, 3, or 4.
That's what I did. I deployed mine on turn 2, and then I had the other ones.
Oh, well, you had a
the way-
special Tyrannid thing, but they're, for other factions.
Necrons just don't
you
ever
can
die. They keep
spend-
coming back.
Yeah, you can spend some time. I think you're supposed to run away and have Alex chase you in this scenario. We stood
Where are
our
we gonna run
ground
to?
and we actually drove up. There's nothing the guardsmen could have done here. If I picked a better army build list with Bullgrins instead of guardsmen, then that might have changed
What
things and got better rolls.
What's the point value per guardsman? 10?
The guardsmen?
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, guardsmen are still a little overpriced, and I would stay away from them unless you're trying to go with the flood the board. Yeah, they're 5 points a model.
I like the Vanquisher Cannon. I would love to play with the Vanquisher Cannon. That thing is broken as what is 3 feet? It can shoot anywhere in 3 feet, automatic
Oh,
hits.
the Vanquisher
Vanquisher's
Cannon
great.
was my only saving
Well,
grace.
if they're like, take a Demolisher instead of the Vanquisher, it's just like, why don't you just do both? Because that Vanquisher Cannon's nuts. Thing's sweet.
I think guardsmen, I could have stood a better chance if I had 2 Lehman Russes. It's either Lemon or Lehman. I'm going to say Lehman. So if you're a guardsman player, always take at least 2 Lehman Russes and then some harder stuff. But see, already I want to play again. That's a good sign.
Well, so it's like the nice thing about it is you take the little fiddly dudes because they can hold. It's like, do I want to sacrifice my whole turn easily, but I have to go off the board and go like, all right, I have to take you off that point. Otherwise, those guardsmen are just getting 1 point, 1 point, 1 point.
Another thing I could have done is, in larger point games, I think the guardsmen are really bad in lower point games. But in larger point games, I have a little more options to put those guardsmen in dedicated transports so that you have to crack the dedicated transport first, then get to the guardsmen. And also, I could be running fucking ninjaing into your, back lines, so your strategy of moving as one horde is not quite as effective. Though you did do a little bit of a pincer move, which I really enjoyed from a rival general status.
Well, I didn't want them to get obliterated too bad before
Yeah.
they got there.
Yeah, so super fun. Guys, we had a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for watching our test battle. Now remember that we're going to do this one of 2 ways, either live battle reports like this or battle reports that are offline you guys don't get to see until we highly edit them and then do that. Or I guess there's a third option where once we have the footage, the memory card is full.
I don't
already
think
on
that there's.
one.
That one's full too.
And this one is full.
I think the top one's too.
And this one is full.
Yeah, that's not going to work to record them
Well,
like that.
these are only 32 gigabyte cards.
Yeah.
That one is still recording because that's a 256 card. So,
But are you going to be sending somebody like a whole terabyte? It's going to take you a week and a half to send a terabyte worth of data.
Can you give me the green ladder since your chair is in the way of it?
I think there's never a real reason to not turn on the camera. I mean, we could just be ignoring them for the most part and just kind of playing our game, because some people do want to watch live.
Well, the problem, what I mean is the edited part of the battle reports will require a little bit different thing. One of us will have a handy cam, and they'll be coming in so that you can get all the angles, or I'll review the footage and see if this overhead, if our close-up camera is sufficient for that. It's just we lose a bit of the dynamicness of always moving the camera versus having our camera move and then stay. We're going to be the only battle reports on the internet that has a close-up camera that, you know, holds.
Yeah.
So to speak.
We could just get into a routine where if it's not your turn, you're the one moving the camera arm to get a good position.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, as a rule, I don't want to touch the cameras, but I mean, if it's just that one, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So that might be something we can do for the future.
Want to poll to see public preference? No.
I had fun. Okay, and that's what the. I didn't even want that to be the goal, to have fun, but I had fun. Give camera control to chat, and we can send it movement commands. That would be fucking amazing.
It would be horrible.
I
They'd be
wouldn't
knocking
trust
over
them.
models on purpose.
I
They'd be like
wouldn't
moving
trust
up the train and pushing the cameras like, I smashed your stuff.
Yeah, never mind.
Because there's some people in chat that are
Never
awesome.
mind.
But then there's
now,
the rest
if
of
Dr. Evil had control of the cameras, now we're good to go. But
Enhance. Enhance.
you. We have
The
so
entire
many
time
dice
it's just
trays.
going to be in your face, pushing you.
Yeah.
Stop it, chat.
Yeah.
Stop it.
all right, guys, we're gonna move on over to
What time is it?
I don't know.
Almost 10.
Wow. Okay, that time flew by.
Oh, yeah, you guys like started like at 5 or 6.
All right, there was a so now I know that these, you know, you can't get a quick game in when you're learning the
Oh,
game.
no.
Quick
Not
game
at
of
all.
Warhammer? No.
No, not unless you're veterans of 2-3 years.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's gonna be it for tonight, I think, because tomorrow we can do.
We have a big game tomorrow. We have a big day
We
tomorrow.
can do a sponsored stream for what? Manscaped.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs is coming out, I believe, tomorrow.
The video's ready, so
So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. We have an Amnesia Rapid Fire review
Rebirth.
that I can put up right now.
I think it looks fucking awesome, but it's going to be very intense.
Next game is your game.
Yeah, I need to look at my book, because obviously it's all different
Yeah,
stats.
Joe. It's a. I mean, this is an adult
'Cause
game. I wouldn't recommend it for like a 7-year-old, a
I am a
9-year-old, a
kid.
10-year-old. Maybe if they were doing the 500-point games, they'll be able to get
Like
into
I
it.
said before, I've only played the baby version, HeroClix, which was fun and simple and easy.
You'll like it, Joe. See, here's what's so amazing to me about Warhammer 40,000 is there's 3 distinct parts of the hobby. And you're mixing all those together, and so there's something for everyone.
Building.
Alex is
Painting.
into the building and painting aspect.
Yes.
I am not. I used to be when I was younger and had more time, but I don't have that time. So I just buy my models from painting services who already assemble and paint them. So that aspect is not for me. The lore aspect is like a 10 out of 10. So when you're reading through that book, Joe, like see if you like that fucking lore and the universe and stuff. It's a lot to go through. Even me, I'll have to take several days to read through a codex. And then that's just the lore. And then you get to the juicy bits in the back of the book, which is the data sheets for each of the units. And then you have to like be smart enough to assemble your own, army. And there's infinite ways you can build an army. And that's, I think, what gives this game the tactical depth. And it really depends on what, who your friends are playing is kind of how you would build your own army list. But I already got you a few key models that I think chat would enjoy watching, like the Silent King I got you, which is basically the Emperor, but for the Necrons. And I got you the most powerful model in the game for its point cost is the Nightbringer. He essentially can kill anything. So I want to bring that up because I need to have Alex repair him. He broke. And
Oh, no.
I need to repair my Slam Captain, which Slam Captains are no longer viable, but I need to show you this model. So I'll be right back, and then I'll show you these, and then we'll end the stream.
It's good to be king. Trust time. the hell's that supposed to mean?
Oh, what?
He's like, have fun trying to teach OJ. Well, you know what? They are going to have fun. And it's going to be a blast.
And we're going to make food, and everyone's going to hang out,
And I'm gonna
you're not
paint.
invited.
I'm going to paint my lowrider tanks. Man-child.
We're all
What?
man-children.
What? Maybe sometimes. I wasn't allowed to touch the set, so no, I didn't break it.
Yep.
All right,
Wings
to show
always
you guys.
break off. They always fucking break.
In transport, 40K models will break.
Yeah, I am going to paint something soon.
So I have this custom Nightbringer model. The original Nightbringer is cool,
Dementor!
but not anywhere cool as this, Dementor looking guy. Now you can see he's a little, broken there. But so he's got all these scarabs. So these are like gods, basically, with the Necrons. They're the Catan. And so right
Scarabs.
now he has like that. So if you can, Alex, if you can find a way to,
Yeah, let me see.
like, I could just put them on here and you're good. And now you can just kind of glue them.
I didn't even know it was broken. I thought you talking about the wing on the other
Yeah.
one.
Well, my guy is broken. Oh, here comes some scarabs. Some scarabs came off, Alex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, it's broken in so many places.
And then this is me in my Blood Angels. That was fake Angry
is
Joe. This is
angry.
real Angry Joe in the Blood
Beast.
Angels army. I'm fucking beastly. Is that not the coolest?
The Necrons do look pretty fucking cool.
It's not Sanguinor. It could be a stand-in for Sanguinor with how cool he looks. But he's just a captain. It's not Dante either. Dante's in desperate need of a new model. They've been using the Dante model for like 10 years. So this is badass. This is Angry Joe on the battlefield of my Blood Angels army. Den of Imagination is actually working on a real Angry Joe army with my actual face on the model.
Yeah,
as
Alex
the-
is... no.
and Alex is a librarian, and Joe is a chaplain. That's going to be in our Angry Legion, Space Marine Legion, a custom Space Marine Legion that they're working
That is
on. But
badass detail.
that's probably not going to be for a month or two, because some of the models that I requested are not even released yet. They're still in pre-order. So there's a lot of good stuff coming for our battle reports. And yeah, cool. Anyways, thank you all so much for coming out, for supporting
Thanks
the
for the
stream.
support.
It all
You guys
goes
are
towards
amazing.
the show and the high quality stuff that you're seeing now. Thank you so much, guys.
Come back tomorrow.
We will be back tomorrow,
Mañana.
probably starting around 3 p.m. if we can.
G007 man, good night to you. Good night, guys. It's been fun watching this slaughter.
It's been fun getting slaughtered. I felt like I had a few I got little pea shooters there, little 1 or 2 dunk dinks. Dunk dink.
Yeah,
Did
that's
I
it.
kill Carnifex at least?
No.
I got
yes, you
one.
did. You did got one.
I got
You got
one.
Oh.
Yeah, there was 3.
I got one
So
with
you
that
got a lot of
Vanquisher
these
cannon.
little guys, the gene stealers.
Nah, I wouldn't say a lot of them. I think I only killed like 6 of them.
For this battle, yes.
And then he just respawned a whole unit of
He
them.
did.
I was like, fuck! But it did cost him quite a bit. It was 3 CP,
Yeah, a
but
lot of points.
I'll pay 3 CP for 6 more when I need it. So, very cool, very cool. I just want to make sure that we get the rest of these models built. So, Alex, you got to build the rest of your Tyranids the way you want so that I can put them on display. And then
I mean, they're good as is right now. We can just put all the magnetized things in a box or drawer somewhere.
they're not totally magnetized.
Just need to fix the one
Some of them need a
drifting
little
one.
help. And then Joe's Necrons are still being painted and in transit. So he doesn't have... He actually, the Space Marines are ready to
Space
go in a
mariachis.
1,000-point list, not a 2,000. There's plenty of Space Marine vehicles that I want to get assembled. So basically what I'm saying is I want to finish off our damn armies so that we can then get into it, because I'm ready to go. But I think what we'll do is we'll get 1,000-point lists ready. And Alex already has a 1,000-point list of Demon Nurgle. Nurgle Demon.
Maggotkin.
And Joe can assemble 1,000 points worth of Necron now, and he can also assemble
Mexican
1,000
party!
points
My
worth
team is back from the quinceañera, so they're ready for battle.
Space Marines. The question is, do I want each individual? Do I want to add the Crusade rules? Do I want to have each battle mean something in a campaign? Maybe we have an overall map of, like, say, 6 planets. And, you know, we can fight for control. Like if you win a battle, you claim a planet, or if you win a battle from your opponent, you claim one of their planets, et cetera, et cetera. We'll have to see what you guys are into.
Nobody's playing orcs.
Yeah, I'm playing orcs.
Oh, you already got them?
I have like 6 armies, Joe. We're basically playing everybody just to keep the content fresh.
One of those coming in.
Anyways, bye guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.
Galactic Conquest is pretty sweet. That's sort of like in Star Wars Battlefront. Loved that. Loved the Star Wars Battlefront stuff. Want to thank any last subscribers or donators that maybe I missed while we were playing. That would be Night Stalker. Thank you. Epic Smooth. Thank you. Great game, guys. It makes me want to play my first game already. I just need to finish my Death Guard. Death Guard is pretty sweet. They're getting an upcoming codex.
Very strong.
Very strong. Think Live Life was supporting us as always. Good game. Casual Shy, thank you for subscribing. 1-year anniversary. Think Live Life also had resubscribed. And Hayes248, thank you very much. Nate's Dope, thank you. I'm Rezi, thank you. Bullet, as always, keep up the great work. Phyto with the biddies. Guns N' Roses. Subscribe. We had a brand new subscriber from him. Brand new subscriber, Squirrel Noob. It's Jam ATV. Me and my girlfriend play Warhammer together, and we have almost finished painting our entire set. But because of lockdown, we haven't been able to do much together. It's nice watching you guys play. Love the show. Well, you are fucking amazing, and you have a good life, because if you can convince your girlfriend to play Warhammer with you, go ahead and marry that girl. Doc Age 53, thank you very much for subscribing. God, I was here about 2 hours ago. She also subscribed for 65 months straight. Woot woot. That is massive. Arc Instinct, let people claim some units to represent them. That is a part of our Patreon levels, so look into that on our Patreon. That probably won't happen until November. Tis Pizza Time, thank you. Love the Warhammer content. Hope to see more in the future. Thank you very much for the donation. Koalas like pizza. I did not know that koalas like pizza. Enjoy Netflix 3. Thank you for subscribing, new subscriber. Mysterious Thing. Wow, a lot more subscribers than I thought. Sorry, we were kind of in the middle of a learning game. So glad to be able to support this. Party Stored. Go Angry Joe beat Alex. Yeah, that did not happen. Like how the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. No, I think what happened was Alex beat me like the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. So I was the Cowboys, and Alex was the Cardinals.
It was the Indians.
Yeah. And then Wolfing, thank you for the biddies. Angry Hoshi, and Torazor for 80 months. Go, Lord. Reign of Castamere, nice one, guys. I love this. Gonna do some more fantasy battles soon. Not Age of Sigmar. No. We're going to focus on 40K, and even if we did do something besides 40K, we wouldn't go backwards into fantasy.
My whole army is Age of Sigmar ready.
Yeah, I really want to do Age of Sigmar, but that's in the far future because it's got a really good campaign system. Like, I'm so jealous of the campaign system in Age of Sigmar. I want to play an Age of Sigmar campaign with the 40K models, but I don't know if it actually really works like that. Gun Forever, hell yeah. And Reap Her donated $50, and we're caught up there. Victory. What use is victory? Let's have a Battle of Annihilation. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Battle of Annihilation, because that is exactly what happened to Reap Her, who actually donated twice for $50. I'm going to use all that to get the SD cards. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Bye.
Bye, everybody.